Welcome to Titan's Edge.
Ah.
That's how it goes.
We out here. It's us.
Wait, did it not go through?
I don't think it did.
No, he waited.
I don't mind it.
Caught it this time.
Well, titties.
I think you just cut out, to be honest. At least you did for me, so.
When I said titties?
Yeah.
I hope boobies stayed.
Yeah, that stayed.
Oh, okay.
Well, welcome to Titan's Edge there. Now I have a cut point that I can bring the video in on.
No!
Fantastic.
I'm gonna keep saying it.
I've done that one. I've done that at least twice. Just,
I'm gonna keep saying it.
No! Titties!
Until it's there.
it's a gift for the stream.
Titties!
Welcome to Titan's Edge,
Ow.
everybody.
Titties.
Anytime I say that, it just
Ow.
triggers.
Ow.
I was like, Kay's gonna sound like this to make sure it goes through.
Titties.
So, how's everyone's week been?
Oh my
Oh, God. I'm fairly all right. I'm sick,
It
but
was
otherwise
long.
I'm fine.
I feel like I say that every week. Like, thank God it's the
Weeks are
weekend.
long. Yeah, there are a lot of hours.
No, because next week I get a 4-day weekend, and I am.
As you deserve.
I know, right?
Hell yeah.
I am so excited. Working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it.
Nice.
We do
I'm
gotta go
working.
spend time with my family, though, so.
Yeah, but I'm excited for that. I love your family.
Excuse me.
And we get to go eat food, and we get to make food and bring it to them. It's gonna be grand.
True. Anyway, Michael, did we cut you off?
Huh? Oh, so next week I have to work Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday.
Nice.
Is that Black Friday or the Friday after?
Oh, Black Friday, Friday.
Do storage places have an influx of new things after Black Friday?
Imagine everyone's like, I
Do
need
people
some
have
place
to
to put
store
all
their-
my Christmas presents. I need self-storage right now.
Yeah, for like
like-
Christmas presents and stuff. If you have a big family, honestly, that's not a bad idea because then the kids can't go
Actually,
snooping.
We do.
Is it Black
they rank out
Friday
like 5x5s.
today, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
5x5s?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, well, it's the smallest we have there.
yeah. I just
so you get that, pack all your
Yeah.
presents in there, keep them hidden from everyone at the same time.
yeah, exactly. That's like a genius idea.
Yeah.
I'm very
never would have
excited.
thought about that connection, but
Yeah. My plan is to do majority of my Christmas shopping next week, so I don't have to worry about it in December. And I am very excited, but I also am very stressed because I don't have anything picked out. But
picking
I have
gifts
some
is
things
hard.
picked out. I mean, I have some good ideas for you.
That's nice. I mean, I have great ideas for you as well.
I've given you good ideas for me, so I said I wanted a
As
swing.
he remembered.
He did forget that we both forgot that I said I wanted a swing.
Mhm.
Because I want a swing.
Kind of swing.
No comment.
All right.
Maddie.
All right. Okay then.
A titty
Well,
swing.
we know what
I
this Christmas
tried
is gonna
to
be like.
ask-
Titties.
I tried to
Titties.
ask it innocently. Okay.
Add it to the innuendo counter.
Swing outdoors in the yard.
Well, for the swing, I was thinking in our front yard, but you know, I mean,
Front
anyway.
yard for everyone to see.
Yeah, I was about to
We have
say.
hedges. It's fine.
The hedges ain't gonna cover nothing, sweetheart.
No.
And the dog's barking won't make the sound go down either.
Yeah.
Suppose not.
Oh my gosh.
How loud do you think we are?
Wild.
Hello?
Really.
She's talking about the loud road. The road.
I'll say
The
the
road,
same
yeah.
thing to
Alright.
Cobra as I said to Colton today in Princess Hana. Y'all can shame me for having an immature mind, but it means I'm laughing more than y'all, okay? I'm having a grand old time.
Well, anyone else? Any fun things happen? Well, we got decorated for Christmas, I guess.
I think I fully recovered from COVID.
I
maybe.
We did
see
decorate
that.
for
It looks
Christmas.
cute.
Honestly, Alexander went more ham than me. I just have a Christmas tree and I made my lights red.
I
But
have a Christmas tree too.
yeah,
I have one as well,
he has
right
a
over there.
baby Christmas tree.
Is that
He has hot
Tabasco?
sauce.
Yeah.
It's red and green.
Wait, what is
Um,
it?
All actually.
He's
Tabasco.
got hot sauce.
Tabasco sauce.
Hot sauce,
Matches the
whatever.
color palette.
I get it.
Oh.
Even if you weren't to use it, you could do it. But if you use it, then it makes it multi-purpose.
The D&D
that a
die.
elf?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
D&D
It's
die.
a dog toy.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty
He
sure I
stole
saw
it.
Bagel
He
playing with
stole
that at
Yep.
some point.
Dogs
It's like,
to put
Bagel,
in
I need this. There's also
has a
a moose
popcorn
back
bucket.
there with
Yep, a pillow
Christmas
pet.
antlers put onto him, even though he already has antlers.
Of course.
I see you put up the
Something else.
garland.
Yeah, it's
In
doing
kind of
something.
an awkward way. Sure, yeah.
I'm the best at Christmas decoration, apparently.
I can see that.
And he's only allowed to decorate his office.
Honestly,
I'm
check
putting the
out
tree
this
back in the attic.
No.
I have a little baby Christmas tree that I could put up, but I also have cats, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine that puts a damper on things.
don't want to risk it.
This was our Christmas tree from last year, but we got a big boy this year because we got him on sale. It was like $120 tree, and we got him for like $60.
Nice.
So I'm excited. It's
Always
a nice
do your
tree
tree
too.
shopping early January.
We killed it, honestly.
Mhm.
We even have little blow up animals and lights that
do
we're gonna put on our
Valentine-
house.
You do Valentine's Day shopping on the 15th of February.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We did get some
did.
Valentine's decorations too. We have literally a blow up thing, yard thing that says love and something else.
Blow up.
That- Yeah, for Valentine's Day. That we got
That
it on
didn't
clearance.
help. That didn't help.
Oh.
No, it's for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Doesn't help.
I was excited about my blow up
Okay,
be mine or
okay.
whatever it said.
Blow up swings, man. Going all out.
You know, it's hard to have. Never mind.
All right. Ooh, we have fun questions from chat that may prompt us to tell everyone just a little something about our character. They're asking, what's a genasi and a satyr? These aren't basic D&D classes.
Good night, Charlie.
Good night.
I'm a goat.
Yes.
Genasi is the child of a human between an elemental, typically speaking, or a child of two people who are made up of an elemental and a human.
Yeah, so it's like, he's a rock person.
Mm-hmm.
But you could have a water person, or an air person, or a fire person.
She's a
Same
goat
thing.
person.
I was gonna say I am half goat, half human, so I'm like a mermaid. But
Yeah,
if I instead of a
goats.
fish, I was
Like,
a
imagine
goat.
a furry mermaid with horns.
Uh-huh.
Furry mermaid.
If you have merfolk and then satyrs, they're just on the opposite ends of the spectrum. For half and half.
Then, of course, Mitch
Mm.
here, playing Rex, is a dragon person. They're real creative with how they make these humanoid races.
Yes.
Then we have not just an elf, but a seasonal elf.
It's like Christmas elf. But
Yeah.
Christmas.
Instead of like just being restricted to a Christmas elf or a fantasy elf, you get to switch around
A
depending on what season it
mermaid.
is.
Instead of an elf on the shelf, it's a Milo on a.
Yeah.
Philo.
Dialogue?
Every now and then he can switch from elf on a
Elo,
shelf
though.
to garden gnome real quick.
Yeah.
And then you're an everything person. Yeah.
The possibilities are endless with me. I play a changeling. They
Yes.
can do whatever to their appearance.
Of course, one of the most fun things about D&D is playing wildly creative characters, which y'all certainly are doing today.
When you play 5+ years of it, you get a little creative.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of like some of my characters. Yes, it eventually got to a lisping kobold that hunts monsters aggressively. It did have.
Oh my gosh.
It's a character choice. He didn't have lips. He's a lizard, so he's. So he just speaks like this. Or actually, I think he spoke like this. I forget. Good times. Good
no.
times. Anyone else have any crazy characters they played?
I played
I had
you
one
as
that
a
I was
pirate.
making,
That
but
is a
never
crazy
ever
one.
got to play.
Oh, which one?
I was supposed to be for a D&D campaign. I was supposed to be in like a year ago, but it never happened. I was supposed to be an elf that was a bard, and my weapon was a DDR dance pad, and that's how I did my spells.
There you go.
And then I had an automaton if I didn't have the DDR pad.
Perfect. Just folds out and you're ready to go.
I played a merfolk before, but it was like a reverse like aerial situation of like I'm trapped on land and I have legs, and I was playing a warlock, so it's like if I don't listen to my patron, my ability to walk on land and my ability to breathe air is gonna go away real quickly. And in the world, it was like one area that was like surrounded by water, and there wasn't a lot of like rivers and stuff that ran through it. So like
Gotcha.
I would suffocate. So
I want to play a mermaid. Also,
They're
on a
really
completely
fun.
landlocked campaign, that'd be fun.
I played a Kenku.
True, as did I.
I want to play Kenku, but I feel like I
Don't.
I love it, and
so hard.
it's so much effort. Like, I'd say if you have like a consistent campaign, then definitely.
The problem was our campaign wasn't consistent, and I created the character in tandem with Richie. The whole shtick was the Kenku was really smart but couldn't speak, but the barbarian Goliath was really dumb but could speak.
Oh yeah.
And
I remember you
then
telling me about this.
the barbarian died in one episode, and
Yikes.
we never did it consistently.
Yeah.
I knew
So I
someone who
had
played a Kenku
someone-
consistently, and they were like, I need to switch characters. I can't do this.
I ended
only
up switching
saving
from
grace-
mine just so I could like add more to the story, because it was just kind of sitting there as comedic relief, and just like saying silly things that the rest of the party said.
The only saving grace was I was that one rogue spec that has like the psychic link ability,
Yeah, so you could make it work.
so I could actually speak to people, but for like limited periods of the. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Makes
Yep.
sense.
Mev and I are fighting in
fun.
chat.
It's limited though.
Mev is trying to say I wasn't captain in our Pirates D&D campaign.
Your name was Captain Alexander.
My name was Captain Alexander, and I was captain, and it ended, and I was a captain, and I had a captain's hat. So, Mev, take that.
No one ever said they were a good captain.
El Bozo.
Hey,
What?
he was a great captain.
He was a great
He wrestled
Alexander.
an alligator
And lost an arm,
and tried to
and then
flirt
sewed
with
someone
the witch.
else's arm back on it to try hope that would heal onto it. It didn't. You just had a gross, necrosis locked arm dangling off your limp stump for the next week.
Wow.
Listen,
Man, the more you describe, the more that
That
sounds like
campaign was
Alexander in real
wild.
life.
ooh, I had a lot of
sounds
fun
like a
with
wild
that
campaign.
It was.
I just did whatever I wanted. Like, not worried about the consequences at all. I'm surprised he survived. Like, he made it to the end.
barely.
Like, I tried to get him killed multiple times. Somehow. I remember I ended up, like, challenging that one, like, pirate dude who was, like, really strong or something.
Oh yeah, and then you just rolled like insanely.
And then beat him. Ooh, so good. Anyway,
Yeah. Good experiences. You can catch that show on the Dice and Fire YouTube channel.
true.
Alrighty. Well, I guess it's
Campaign
time for
time.
fan art. Almost campaign time. Almost.
Almost.
So,
We're nearly
Someday.
there.
where are we at? Where are we at? Boom. Oh no. More Milo romance nonsense.
That's
It's not nonsense.
that's my boy.
Not nonsense, it's love.
He's a pretty
Love.
princess. Milo's
Aye.
the prettiest princess.
There you go. Then we have that fresh
I
style,
love these, like chibi
chibi kind of styles. Yeah.
yeah.
Very cute.
TV.
And
Why is
oh,
my
with the
teeth
masks.
Yeah, this was so cute. I know. I love how we got like Milo with his
Yeah.
like
I
gay
really like
lovers,
that
and then there's like an enemy and Ignatius like developing this really intimate, close relationship.
Mhm. Very cute.
Yeah.
Love it.
Butterfly.
Butterfly.
Oh, honestly, that that jacket, that cape, whatever thing you call it is, that collar is perfect. It's kind of exactly what I was envisioning.
Nice.
And wow, that's all we got. Some good stuff, though. Good stuff. Which means we get to get into the game even sooner.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
So, Kano, would you like to take it? Or, since you're feeling sick, should I make Mitch do it?
That's entirely up to you. I have my notes ready to go, so I can do whatever.
Let me pull up my notes.
All
I
right,
can borrow
I have
mine.
Yeah, you
Send
gotta
me my
shove
notebook
them
like
into
you
the
do in
screen. Yeah. The notebook. Hey, can I copy yours? I forgot my homework.
copy of my notes.
Like, here you go.
Just change the words. Just change the words.
Let me see.
Let me see.
That'd be a
I barely
fun
remember
game.
what I
Just
ate yesterday.
Do an opening off someone else's half-hand notes. Let's go and fill in the gaps.
True.
But yes, I suppose, Kano, if you're up to it, you do give some good recaps.
Take it away.
Indeed.
Okay, cool.
Previously
Alright.
on
Acting.
Titan's Edge.
So after extended break in terms of our streaming, but for those of you obviously watching, episodes sequentially, there shouldn't be too much delay at this point. But the group had just fallen down into the tree at Sequoia, the large tree, which was not actually a tree at all, just an illusion. They managed to make it down. They landed safely, thanks to Milo's brother using slow fall. And upon reaching the bottom, they realized that there were no roots. The tree was completely gone for sure, but there were still tunnels that branched out in various directions, along with a sort of tomb area that was at the bottom of this lovely kind of tree pit, I suppose. And so upon looking at these tombs, we realized through some lovely language work from Milo that these tombs were for a person named Sostoli. And Rex and Ignatius they were like, oh, this is a name we remember from reading from some children's stories involving specifically the Yuan-Ti, the snake humanoid people, how they had come here via Zensu and they had settled in the land of Agarica and had spent some time here. And so they're like, okay, this is interesting. We attempted to break ourselves into the tomb, upon which the kind of statue guardians guarding the tomb came to life. And we nearly were going to fight them until they started speaking in Primordial. And at that point, Ignatius, who actually knows Primordial, was like, whoa, what's going on? And somehow managed to talk them out of fighting with the group. And overall, we realized that these statues were connected to Zensu, who, hadn't been buried. It was just his wife. And the tomb was read for Cat, which we later found out was his daughter. But anyway, so the stone guard summoned Zensu. We found out that Zensu was the butterfly, the mayor of Sequoia, and we had a conversation with him and learned about his history, what he was doing here, learned about his curse with the tree, that he had made a deal in order to try and resurrect his family and had somehow, through the tree being unable to fulfill its part of the bargain of this deal, the tree bestowed immortality upon Zensu and thus disappeared within an indiscriminate amount of time. And so at this point in time, Titans Watch, very aware as a team that we're like, well, there's no tree here. We want to try and do something. The other members of the party offered up to Zensu to try and help him with the situation, maybe try to cure him of this immortality, bring the tree back, all that stuff, yada, yada. Everything was fine. But then at that point, we're like, oh, well, we need to get out of here somehow. And Milo's brother's like, oh, I can help you. I have a little spell we could use to get out using this magic circle. And then at that point, we go into the circle, and somehow, unbeknownst to us, we realized once we went through the circle that we weren't going back to Sequoia at the top. We instead were in Sakura, so that Milo would be able to face, not to say the trial, but consequences of his earlier actions dealing with his brother and causing his wild curse. And so now the team is in Sakura. I believe at the last end, we kind of were about to head ourselves off to bed, I think, something like that, or maybe just going about the day. And at that point, we were planning to stay there one full day, and the agreement with Milo's brother is that Once we're there a full day, the party can make a decision on whether or not they want to stay in Sakura and help out with Milo, or if they want to go back to Sequoia and continue to work along the lines with Sensu. So that is where we are currently at in the campaign.
Indeed. You are now in a new town, a new city. One familiar to at least one of you. Sakura. The home of many elves and Eladrin. In fact, you are now in what appears to be a tower currently held by Aris, the brother of Milo. And you may be there against your will a little bit. So, you're all in the same room. Aris is just turning around to leave. So what are you all doing?
Snooping. That's what I was doing last time.
Mm-hmm.
Vibing.
So,
There's not really much I can do.
in the end, it was a bad idea to trust my brother. That's my bad.
It's
Well,
fine.
we're here now.
I was gonna go with you anyways.
Well, we're going to miss our date with Sensu as well.
Well, we didn't necessarily set a time. We simply said we would meet back up with him.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Assuming he's probably busy with the tournament. I mean, this does guarantee in essence that we aren't participating if we were planning to. At this point, things are done.
So now what?
So,
Well, there is a couple of options. Most of them leads to our deaths. And one of them
Mhm.
leads to my death.
What?
And one of them, I mean, there's plenty of options. I mean, there are tons. Realistically, anytime you take a step in a different direction, it's another option. Plus, I would not touch anything in here, just so you're aware.
What?
I
Why?
I should explain a bit about what happened with Aris, shouldn't I? So you have a better idea of what is truly going on with him.
I have a small idea.
It is possible. I mean, it's not that hard to understand. Kind of what it is. I mean, you all saw him freeze a man and then light him on fire in an instant.
Yeah, also his book is like constantly changing like magic types, similar to how your book is, but like you decide.
Can control
His
it, yeah.
seems his seems out of control. His seems like he's not doing it on purpose.
Oh no, that is pretty much spot on, frankly, sort of. So, one of the things about the Elegin is based on the time of the year that you are born, that is sort of determining your affinity to a type of magic, right? So, born in the summer, affinity to fire magic, such as Aris. Born in the winter, supposedly I should be an affinity to ice magic. Except I'm the oddball out. But Aris was not. Aris was a prodigy, frankly. And there's a lot of history there regarding that. Mother and father was always favor him, of course.
Mm.
But he was never a bad person. He would always still be my brother. He would act like it. He would defend me and he would protect me. The truth was, I was very good at actually manipulating all of the elements, and even changing and adjusting the weave to change the elements of things, which we have all seen before. One does not normally cast Fireball as a necrotic spell, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fire spell. Well, let's just say, being people of nature, the elders were not very fond of my ability to manipulate magic in such a way. And it would get me in trouble quite often, for sure. But I truly believe that if we could manipulate the elements then surely there's plenty of opportunities for that. Imagine the things that we could do. We could use necrotic spells to grant life and radiance.
Well, isn't some healing spells technically neurotic? Or like, I don't know.
That
I
is
don't.
kind of my point, right? I mean, it's like a weird interaction between those types. I mean, the
Yeah,
radiance
because
and
like
necrotics are direct opposites, right?
if you bring someone back to life, isn't it consider? It's not considered necrotic, but like you're giving false life to something.
Sort of. I mean, it's not entirely inaccurate. You are just repairing or replacing the life with the inherent magic of the world, essentially.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it, but false life is a great way to think about it. So my point was, and I tried to argue this many times over, but my parents did not have it and the elders did not have it. Um, and so I was forbidden from studying this magic. I think
Oh.
you can understand that I did it in secret at this point.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and because I was able to control it, thought surely if the Elegen are so affinity, have such an affinity for certain types of magic based on the time of the years that they were born, then surely I could rewrite that. I could actively change their interior weave, if you will. Gives them the ability to control more than one element, or the ability to have affinity to more than one element. For example, before this, Aris was only able to use fire magics. At least in high potency.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say something went terribly, terribly wrong, and my first experiment was a terrible, terrible failure. And long story short, he's now unable to control any type of magic. In fact, he has no affinity to magic, but also pure affinity to magic. It is quite a conundrum. He's essentially magic incarnate.
So
Is this
you
point?
messed him up, essentially?
Oh, drastically, terribly. Needless to say, the explosion in the room did not go well over with the parents or the elders. And also the screw up of my brother, who was a prodigy and beloved by both the parents and the others. Um, they did not like that.
Hmm.
So, uh, I was given two options. Actually, I was not given two options. My parents were given two options. And my father, he chose exile. The other option was to be essentially locked away for eternity and unable to trance. And which is, imagine being unable to sleep for you.
It's gonna get real boring.
It would be rough. I mean, for hundreds of years to just chance until I either earned my freedom or I guess passed away from the insanity.
So, on a scale of like 1 to 10, how close are you to insanity?
Well, I was never. I mean, I was only locked away for maybe some time, about maybe a year, so not that insane. I mean, I'm quite insane, but not for that kind of reason. I'm not like psychotic insane. I am just insane.
I mean, are we all?
Exactly. That is. I'm as insane as you are.
Are you
Maybe
as
that's-
insane as me?
No, there are not many
Oh.
that are as insane
Highly
as you.
doubt that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that
You're winning that
are
competition.
insane. Just different.
Because that's a good point. I mean, it's the same word, different meanings and feelings behind
Well, I
it.
mean, think about Kameo. He was insane.
He was definitely insane.
So the two options were exile or be locked up and not be able to sleep, or
Correct.
exile and not be able to sleep or
Mm-mm.
locked up.
Just exile. Or be locked up and unable to sleep
But you still can't
and
sleep.
use magic. Well, I mean, trancing is essentially. I'm just using a synonymous meaning
But you don't
just for
dream.
understanding. I don't have to dream, no, but I still need to trance for rest, and specifically to replenish my connection with the magics in nature. If I cannot trance, I cannot use magic.
In a sense, it'd be like
Essentially-
withering you ever so slowly.
Yes, wizarding is a great way to put it. I mean, it is the ultimate punishment, no?
So why are we here then?
Oh, well, part of the exile was never return. That's how usually how exile goes.
And now we're here.
Yeah, so, and now I'm here,
Yeah.
and I was never
So-
to return to the entire island of Agarica.
So they're like,
I have broken my exile, yes.
what is it?
Well, option 2
so-
now. Option 2 is I no
But
no
that's
longer
not-
have option 1.
But that's not gonna happen though.
I mean,
Because
if
I'm not
everything
gonna
goes the
let
way
it
it's been
happen.
going.
Yeah, because we just need to like, I don't know, either kill the elders or kill your brother or something. I don't know.
None of the above would be preferred.
I don't know if murdering people's gonna fix that. If anything, it might
It's
make it a
either
little
that or
worse.
Milo gets locked up and we never ever see him again. Do you want
Yeah, but we
that?
also haven't figured out any other alternative options. That doesn't mean murdering people.
I don't know if there are alternative options.
I doubt
I'm
these
down to murder.
elders are gonna listen.
Listen, I know it might sound crazy, but I used to still have quite the affection for my brother.
Okay,
I
then we
imagine
kill the
at this point-
elders.
Well, I imagine at this point,
I don't think killing anyone's the best idea. I mean, for all we know,
Thank
they're
you.
following the law that they have in place. So if we really want to do something, we need to either convince them that Milo didn't break the law, or have them develop some other alternative through perhaps like a loophole or something.
But he did break the law because he's back.
the real kind of issue is that Titan's Edge I guess, did not give me a pass to my exile.
Yeah.
Did you think it was going to?
I did not think I was coming to Agarica, to be honest with you. I was planning on quitting after the first mission. But here
What?
I am.
Why didn't you?
Well, because he likes us.
Yes, this is quite accurate, in fact.
I was
You knew
right.
We were coming here.
Well, the minute I learned that I was coming here, I was kind of in it for the long haul, I suppose.
Well, we would still be your friend even if you weren't in Titan's Watch. I would at the very least. I don't want to speak for other people, but if you
Is
had
it
I
also
like
problem-
friends.
That means there's also a problem. I really didn't have anywhere else to go. So. I was
Feel
homeless.
that one.
A wanderer, really.
Same.
So.
At that moment, the door swings back open.
Ah!
See Iris begin to walk in.
Oh, it's that guy again.
That seems unsurprising. I'm not sure why you screamed.
Considering it's his house.
I was scared,
is
okay?
very-
I'm in a strange spot,
Can you
and the door swung open, and it was
you-
scary.
go away again?
Fine, I'll
is
go.
As a secret
No, not
conversation's
you.
not complete
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Our very important decision-making conversation does not require your assistance, so please make yourself.
Are you sure you would not like to go to the quarters that have been prepared for you?
No, because I don't need your accommodations.
We did
I
kind
don't-
of ask for accommodations.
We did, yes.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah. I think you specifically asked for accommodations, Wick.
Did I?
Yeah.
Which is like, I want rooms to be able to do whatever I want. And the second we go into we're in like alone in
Yeah.
his room, she's like, well, maybe this could be my room. I'll just take all his stuff and I can search
this
everything.
entire house, it's mine now. Get out.
You owe it because you have Milo trying to go to jail. So this is my house now. You owe us this.
This is my house.
Why would you want to sleep in my
Is there
boss's room?
fireball? Poof.
Hold on, let's not get to jump to the conclusion.
Why are you like this?
I just
mean,
explained
it's pretty
that.
obvious. Yeah.
Oh,
What? How you explain this?
I forgot
What
to
these do you speak of?
I forgot to explain the change in his magics also kind of scrambled his brains a bit.
Oh, so he's stupid now.
No, he's just very angry.
Oh,
I don't think it's now. I think it's constant.
Yeah, he's.
I
he's
don't. I
been
don't think
also-
that came with the scrambling of the brains. I think it came with just everything
Guys,
else.
he's
included.
I
right
do think that
there.
anyone in
He's
my position
right
would have the
there.
right to be angry. So
But you can harness all this magic now. Why would you be angry?
Yes, but it's uncontrollable.
what
'Cause he's
exactly has he
ugly.
been telling you?
Yeah.
So why can't you like get something to control it? He didn't tell me anything. I could tell from your book. Your book is like blah, 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 all the time, and it's like
You
really
use
loud.
the word harness. Does not seem
Arnis?
the cuckoo, the poo-poo.
harness.
Harness.
I do not harness the energy.
Harness.
So why don't you find something that can like do that? So then it like
I'm sure
Perhaps
he's
this
been trying
is
to
part
make
of
you
the
that.
reason which I have brought my brother here.
cool. We'll make you something so that you're not like woo anymore, and then we'll be on our way.
I don't believe
Go
it
fair.
is. That sort of construction would be far past the likes of you. So
Want to bet? I've been cooking for a long time. I think I could make some with a little bit of help, with a little bit of magical help.
what
I
is
think
one
I
of
could-
these things that you have cooked?
Actually, they are quite skilled.
Mm,
Much for them.
do I wanna? No, no. Nah, you almost got me. I almost showed off some of my stuff, but I can only do it. Nope.
Would you like me to show off some of mine?
I mean, sure, yeah, if you want.
Maybe not the
Why?
best idea. Just saying.
I
Well, you
want to
can, like,
see a
boast
magic
about
show.
stuff.
At least maybe not in the
Magic
house.
show.
Wait, actually,
Magic show.
I'll use one of my tinkers, and I will I'll like, I don't know, take like a little piece of like wire, and I'll like bend it into like a little shape, and then I'll like hold it up, and I'll give it to him. Here you go.
This is incredible.
It's gonna blast him in the face with light.
Perfect. Just the light spell or something else?
Yeah, it's like that's like I can make like a 5-foot radius of light or whatever with one of my tinkers, I think.
You gave him a glorified Christmas light.
Yep.
I
It's
wanted
like when
a
when you're looking at the flashlight when you turn it on, or the
Mhm.
the light bulb, and then you have to look away.
Yeah. Object sheds bright light in 5-foot radius
Oh,
and
yeah.
dim light an additional 5
Just a
feet.
mini flashbang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just like blinks for a moment. This is very good. Very good.
Thanks.
I was simply going to show you these bracelets I have made to contain the arcane forces within me, but clearly you are far past that, yes.
What if we upgrade those so that you're not like, woo, you know?
They are also the only things that lets me use magic as I do.
Hmm.
And you see one is like, actually, make an Arcana check. Anyone who would like to?
Oh.
I will.
Yeah, Wonder
That
Woman.
doesn't count. I wasn't on Wick.
Doesn't count.
An Arcana check.
Yeah.
Can you roll worse? Let's see.
I have a -2.
Yeah. Oh, that was Kayla. Never mind. I was so excited.
Wait, how do you have -2 as a druid?
I don't
It's
know.
Arcana is
Arcana.
intelligence based.
I know.
Probably for that.
Druids use wisdom.
Hey, Arcana time.
Yeah.
If it loads.
Iggy
If it
almost
loads.
got a nat
Come on.
20.
Come on. Oh, baby, there it is. Yeah, I don't know
So
what's going
Milo
on. I never
and
seen this in my life.
Ignatius,
Wow.
you recognize that the one bracelet he has on seems to be made out of Titan glass. And is
Rex also got flashbanged.
yeah. So much like you were experimenting on it, Milo, it seems he has done the same in some period of time.
Wait, so my dumbass couldn't realize that that's Titan glass, even though I've seen it and I've worn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
rolled a
that's
1,
sad.
buddy.
That's real
I
sad.
thought
You
that I
can
should
tell
have-
it's glass or something. Could be
You
crystal.
got spots
so
going
fun.
on. You're like,
It's not
what the
sparkling
Yeah, I'm seeing
with
all the blue
electricity like you've seen Titan Glass do before. But
That's so
it's-
funny.
So, where did you get your hands on the Titan glass?
I bought it.
From?
The
Was it
merchant.
someone? Was it a merchant that was on like a giant floating turtle thing?
I know what you mean, but I don't think I bought it directly from the ship. I bought it from the market.
Interesting that it would be in the market, no?
I suppose people sell things all the time. Same way I got
Well-
this obsidian.
So what exactly happens if you take the bracelets off? Just wondering.
I lose a little bit of control.
Do you explode? Will your body parts go all over the walls?
Can we see it?
The explosion, I would not put it past myself.
Actually,
Whoa!
fireworks.
I
Well,
told
yeah,
you he was like.
I mean,
Similar things
yeah,
have
if-
happened.
If he's made of all these different elements, it would make sense for all the magic just go.
Wait. Hold on. I like tell Rex to shush. Similar things have happened? Have you blown up before?
He is made of magic.
It's safe to say, yes. Not the body parts on the walls as you predicted, but no, just more like
So you're a walking bomb.
no, this is more than a bomb. It's
A nuclear bomb.
you see how when I use my magic, it has side effects. It's imagine walking through life with many side effects.
Like a headache,
No.
Nausea, indigestion.
nausea. Do you get
Depends on
tummy
how they
cramps sometimes too?
Do you get dizzy?
Sometimes when I eat
Dizzy
conjured
spells.
food, it turns to poison in my stomach.
Oh.
Oh.
So I tend to stay away from conjured foods.
Do they still do conjured foods here? That's wild. I would think that's like actually cooking by now.
I say it is, but some people get lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Any
loving this
other
conversation
questions
and all,
before
but do
we
we
move to your quarters?
I want to go to the
quarters. Get some of
quarters.
them.
Good, there are 2 beautiful guest rooms here at the tower. Never used before.
2. I guess we're gonna have to share. I call Iggy.
Split them
I-
however you like, stay in one. It's certainly big enough, but whatever you wish.
Okay.
All right. Then feel free to take us to them. We'd greatly appreciate it.
Good. Right this way. And yeah, he steps out the room. I imagine you all follow.
Yep.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
You walk down the hallways and you can see much of the structure is made of just like white marble and very plain things, very different from the colorful constructions you've seen in Sequoia. But you can see many different plants kind of potted in along the walls, all seeming to be vibrant, very green, and many in bloom at this point in time. If anyone would like to make a nature check, you can get more.
Yes.
Yeah. Nature.
I think I'm decent at. I'm not.
Mm.
Oh, it's the other. Okay, it's not nature. I was like, I knew it was proficient in something. I was like, oh, it's not nature. It's a
It
different,
ain't nature.
completely different skill. Never mind. I mixed up survival and nature.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wick, you kind of recognize some of these to be like, oh, very summery plants. And you can see much of the colors around. There's some like gold and warm tones around. It seems that most of this tower's been decorated in a summer fashion.
Any of the flowers, do I know them to be poisonous?
Yes, you see several that are poisonous. Not
Note of
the
them.
majority by any means of the flowers around, but it doesn't seem that he, makes sure to leave them out of the collection. And eventually you get to a large wooden door. It swings open. Beautifully furnished inside. The large orange, different kind of woven carpet going across the ground. So this is where you will be staying. The other place is across the hall.
Thanks.
And for the less desirable of info, it seems that the elders have already been made aware.
Oh, that is wonderful. I cannot wait to see them. It has been so long.
I wonder
So
who
long
told
indeed.
them.
Well, I did not do it of my own fruition, but I'm not going to lie to the people.
You don't have to lie. You don't have to tell them.
So if someone comes up and asks, never mind. Either way, the earring will be tomorrow. So
Okay.
if you have any preparations to do, that would be helpful.
How old are these elders?
Sound old.
Sure, they're in the thousands.
Quite old.
Thousands.
Centuries? Thousands?
I was like, I have no
Three?
idea. I didn't care.
Most of you
Or-
would consider myself and my brother to be old. They are
Yeah.
old.
Yes. We have
Yeah,
lived their lives.
you're old.
Except for the satyrs. The satyr lives for quite some time.
Hi.
This satyr has lived for quite some time.
No.
I mean,
So emphatic. He's like,
Kinda.
no, she is not. I am older than her.
I'm like 40.
Very,
Don't act like
very good.
What?
No, they are like
How
the third generation.
How many elders are there on this council thingy, mabobber?
Well, there are many, very many, but they will not all be there. There
Why
will be
not?
How many will be there?
As many who feel like coming, and they will be represented by the arbiter.
Could you give me like a number estimate?
Last I saw, like 15, 20.
15.
So like a
Something.
council.
Something like that. And they will
Makes
judge
sense.
if it is time to put Melodious into the final slumber.
Yikes.
Was it really necessary
So-
to use my full name?
This is
Melodious?
what you call yourself, Milo. Now
Milo.
is that? Okay, well, Melodious will have his hearing tomorrow.
I have a
So-
question. Is there food and or / alcohol available? Because I feel like if it's Melodious's last night, we need to make it a good one.
Oh my gosh.
So you do not like the chances of him. Plus, it will not be his last night. No, he will have thousands and thousands of nights to come.
You know what I
Assuming
mean.
the worst.
Thank
Is
you for
there food
reminding me.
and or drink?
Sure.
Yay. Where?
Why
In the
are
city, you could
so-
go and get some. You could go to the other parts of the academy and find some.
Why
Okay.
are you so okay with this?
Okay with that.
Him going into like perpetual losing his mind slumber.
My brother has been gone for many years.
So? He's still your brother.
A little over 80 to be fair.
This changes little, personally.
Not from what I understand of how family relations work.
Indeed,
You're the
I've-
older brother, right? You
No.
took care of him.
Sort of, yes, but technically no.
I am technically older.
No, I am
How- why?
technically
How?
older. You see, when our mother was having the children, of course, a very, complicated process, but then I came running out. My brother came running behind me.
Are you guys twins?
He
You
claims that
ran out of the womb?
It's
Yeah,
a
he
figure
always
of
did.
speech.
he just says it in such a weird way. But he always thinks that he was born first, but I was born first.
So that is what Maze always told me.
Well, you know, must always favored you, so
I wonder why. But
anyway,
yes, we are indeed twins, as you can sort of tell, but I suppose the seasonal difference shows as it was.
I don't see the likeness.
You can see their faces like are very similar, eyes that nearly match each other. Biggest distinction being their hair.
I don't see it.
And Melodious might be a little skinnier.
Well,
listen,
thank you
I've
for
been
the
eating
rooms,
oatmeal for so long.
and I hope you find peace watching technically yourself walk away to be locked up forever.
There are moments I wish things could be different.
They
There are
can.
moments I want far worse things to happen to him. This seems like good middle ground.
Well, things could be better if you just tried. They could be good
Yes.
and happy. Make amends. You know, positive things.
Yes,
Go
and I
on
could
and live your life.
simply go the rest of my life staring into the eyes of the one who maimed me. Yes. Very good.
You wouldn't be here for much longer. We
Well, I would
only
not
have
claim
so
it.
much of our job left, and then we'd be gone again forever, and we don't ever have to come back.
This is more complicated than you know, so we will speak more on it tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the comforts, enjoy the view, enjoy whatever libations you seek out.
Thank you for your hospitality.
If you
As long
need
as you have the-
anything from the tower itself, ask for Patch.
Who's Patch?
The friend of mine, assistant, he stays here in the tower.
Okay.
Okay.
Best of luck to all of you. And he steps out of the room.
All right, well, this is the closest room. Do we want to split it up boys and girls? So
No.
Milo, Rex, and I can share a room, and then me and Wick can share the other. I don't think.
I mean,
want,
I guess that wouldn't be the worst thing.
I mainly just don't want Milo to feel left out if we go with this arrangement that you're thinking in your head, and I mean.
It is fine. I was planning on sleeping somewhere not in the rooms anyways.
Why?
Why?
Because I trance. I don't sleep. There's a lot of you who need your rest.
Well, but if this is the last time you might see us, do you not want to spend the night with us anyway?
We can spend some time, but when it is time for bed, it is time for bed, no?
Why are we all just assuming that this is going to be like how it is?
We could just run away. That is another option.
I don't think
Stealth.
that's smart. We've got a mission from Titan's Watch, and I don't want elves, Eladrin chasing behind us the whole entire time. That's not.
I
gonna be
guess
very
that's
ideal.
true.
We barely even managed to avoid Milo's brother. We thought we could get away, and immediately he stepped in and took us away.
Yeah. Really put a damper on our plans. Hmm.
I mean, if that is the case, you do not have to stay the night. You can go. I'm sure if
Well,
he asked.
actually, we're supposed to stay here the next 24 hours. He did specify that. At least
Oh,
if we're
I'm
to
sure.
go back to Sequoia.
I'm sure it is possible for him to find someone that can also teleport you back there before then.
We're not
I thi-
leaving
I-
you,
yeah, I was
Milo.
gonna
We
say, I
already
think it'd be better
came
if we
this
stay.
far.
Precisely. If we're going to be here, we might as well be here.
Might as well not split up the party. It's just, what do we do now?
It is
Well,
Make
we
a
can
plan.
check the rooms.
We make a plan. We make a plan on how either to talk or to fight our way out of this, so that Milo doesn't have to spend the rest of his life in a fucking pit in the dark and like
never being able to see the light of day and never being able to sleep and never being able to dream. That is not the life that I want for my friend. So we need to make a plan. Because if we don't make a plan,
We kill the elders.
No.
There's
No.
15 of them.
We can
That's
take them,
also
a
not
bunch
the
of old
point.
crusty people.
I'd rather not
I'd rather not start a
upheave-
war.
Yeah, we
guess
upheave a
that's
whole
true.
entire culture. I mean, again,
Yeah,
Milo is
exactly.
indeed our companion, but we can't just destroy a whole culture because we want to bring him with us.
That's also true.
We have to come up with a plan that
It's
We
not a
fake
culture.
Milo's death.
How?
Well, we make it look like a
Seeing Wick suddenly go from panic to, oh,
No,
I have
we
ideas.
make it look
No,
like
I have spells that could do that.
we make it
False
look
life.
like Milo didn't want to, go through this whole but not process. So he took his own life to make things easier on everybody.
But can you
And
convince elves?
I
of
can-
that?
I have-
Aren't they the most magical people?
Yeah,
around?
that's my thought process as well.
Well, I have
Especially
a
elders
spell.
who have probably seen dozens and dozens of different types of magics throughout.
Remember what I did on Cameo? The
don't.
thing where you touch a willing creature and you put it into a state that is indistinguishable from death. So I guess
Yes.
that they do
That-
detect magic, but
I mean, it's also not
I
really.
assume
a
That was
magic,
also
you know?
Cameo, and we were in a cave, and there wasn't elder
but-
elves.
it
can
only lasts
also-
for an hour also, which
But
is
hold on, if
another
you
issue.
do that first, and then we do a bunch of other different types of spells on top of it, maybe they'll just think that it's Milo's nature to wield all these different kinds of magic, and they won't know which is him or which magic is real. They could dispel it all, but they'd have to go through each and every spell and be able to get rid of it. They might be
Right,
able to do that, but
but-
we might be able to get out of there before that happens.
We might be able to trick them and have them just not detect the magic at all. If we're sad enough about it, we just have to make it look like it actually happened and be shook when we find out the news.
Now, one concern I would have,
Yeah.
because I'm not entirely aware of Agarica's customs after death. I would assume, though, we saw that the Yanti do burials. Is that what most people in
Right.
Agarica do, or do you do cremations? Both are horrible things, but again, if that's a
Yeah.
similar situation, Milo might be put to burning if he were found dead.
Milo, what was the custom here?
If you are about to die, then you go out to the forest.
Oh wait, yeah, no, Milo talked about this before. Where it's for the elves, it's burial. It's returning them back to the earth to replenish.
So
the
you
magic.
get buried though.
Essentially, I mean, it is more of natural death. So we do not bury, but we just die, and return
then
to the
the-
earth.
So the plan works.
They'll just
As
dump
the-
you in a ditch somewhere, and we'll come pick you
Yeah.
up.
And I can follow in a bird form or something to make sure that we know where he ends up.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
But we still end up in a similar situation.
Get in,
where we're
loser.
at.
We're killing you for an hour.
We're escaping.
But then we still end up in a similar situation to where we just were at, where supposedly at that point we're trying to hide Milo from his people. And if they find out that he's alive, I think he'll be put to death as compared to being simply trapped.
Could we
Yeah.
put something there in his place?
Like what?
I mean, Wick could make a copy of
Another
him.
dead body that
You know,
make a
there's
robot
one
Milo.
other thing that we are trying to. If
I can.
the idea is to prove to the elders that I can wield the different types of magics, I can just do that. You know, I'm physically capable of doing that. This is something that they have never seen.
Yeah, but they banned it, didn't they? Wasn't that the thing?
Well, that
I'm
was when I
confused.
still did not know how to do it with also 4 elements, so I would cause a lot of destruction. But now I can actually control it.
So the elders aren't going to be mad at you.
No, they are still mad at me, but for a very different reason.
The elders are mad because he was using this magic and then experimented on his brother and then
Right.
up his brother, and then instead they were like, you can either be exiled or you can be locked up, and Milo was like, see ya, I'm gonna be exiled, but he wasn't allowed to come back, and now that he's back, they're like, tisk tisk tisk, you gotta pay for your crimes because you clearly didn't listen. But also to answer like Iggy's question, I don't know if I could make a copy, but I can be a copy.
No, we're not replacing Milo with you.
We'd all have
also
to leave
I could do as
eventually.
well.
Well,
Also-
why don't I go as myself, and then you guys get the heck out of Dodge, and then whenever you guys are far enough away, I just drop the illusion and go, oopsies.
So then what happens to you?
Yeah, we're still leaving you behind.
Well, they can't punish me here. They'd have to send me back to
I
where
mean, they might if you were involved in helping a
Yeah,
convict
that's
escape.
kind of.
Yeah.
They
I don't-
but they can't. They can't because I'm not from Sakura. I'd have to
I
be
don't-
sent home, and then even then I might be able to sleep away.
Yeah, but if somebody,
Yeah, but there's a lot of
even if
mites
they're
in this
not from
clan.
Sakura, they come and they kill a bunch of people, I have an inkling that they're probably going to arrest that person, no matter where they're from.
Also, I mean, there's another option. Again, once more, provings that I can actually fix my brother, and not just continue
Agreed.
to make things
Would
work.
that cause
He
them
doesn't-
to lift their exile on you, or would that simply them saying, "Oh, well, that's great. We're still going to banish you anyway because you did this wrong
You
thing"?
did it
then."
again.
Well, banishment is much better than being
Uh,
trapped inside of a cell.
That was kind of what I was going for. What's the Rex said?
Yeah.
At least if I can prove that I can fix him, once I do, I may just be free. I will
How
not be
about
exiled.
this?
I'll be free
We
to
go
go.
through the meeting, we see if that works, or like you ask, like, if I can fix my brother like within 24 hours or something, can I have my freedom or whatever? If they say yes, cool, we go with that plan. If they say no, or you're not able to fix your brother, we go with Suicide Squad plan.
I also have another offer. I can make myself look like Ares. Why don't I just make myself look like them and go and talk to the elders and go, haha, JK, they're gone, oopsie. Or something
true.
like something better. But
You could at
Again,
least
the
go talk to the
whole-
elders and figure out what they're planning. But I guess he kind of told us. I don't know.
little recon mission.
Again, it just seems dangerous with
There's
the
also
elders
one
and their
last-
magical knowledge.
There's also one.
But
last
mine's
bit.
not magical. They can't see through it because
I
it's
guess.
innate. It's my ability. As long as I am like, and I can do things to like make myself more convincing in the verbal aspect of speaking.
Ze cuckoo, ze poo.
Well, I
Yeah, they might
Also,
test you on your
I
ability
more
to
mean
speak
like the thing
Elvish.
that I've done before for you guys, where like I am like can make you guys like more chatty or like more strong. I did it with Iggy once, where like I don't remember what I did, but he was able to pick up the unicorn horn because of it, like that. I can do that for myself so that I can like maybe convince them a little bit better. And then any other buffs that you guys might have that you can put on me, I could go in there.
I
and
should have something.
be like, hey, tell me your plan. What are you gonna do to my bro?
There's one last other option again. The reason why Aris was even in Sequoia to begin with. He was pursuing the one who burnt Sakura. And thought it was maybe me.
I thought his thing was to find you.
I mean,
I guess tangentially speaking, because he's saying he was looking for the person who burnt the tree. He assumed it was Milo, so therefore he was searching for Milo, but only because of this particular thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So prove that you didn't burn the tree. I mean, you have witnesses here with
Not
you.
just proves that I did not burn the tree. Finds the person who did it.
Mm.
So we have options, peaceful options.
If you could at least buy me some time.
So what do we go with?
I think honesty is really the best policy here.
I agree.
It sounds like we just need to have this meeting and figure out what exactly it is that they want.
I am extremely dishonest, and even I'm thinking honesty is the best idea here.
You're extremely dishonest.
You lie?
All the time.
Like what?
Like when you said I was insane.
That is just more
Nah.
mere word choice. Insane
Oh.
might not be the right word. Crazy, on the other hand, is the correct word.
Okay.
Mm,
I'm just saying it doesn't seem smart to mislead these elders, considering we don't know their magical abilities. I'd rather not be dust on the floor within 2 seconds if they just feel like doing that.
oh yeah, I mean, they have like thousands of years of more experience than I do.
That's what I'm
But I don't
saying.
think Ren
It
can
just
be
doesn't
strong.
seem smart.
Then
mean-
let's have this meeting, figure out what they want, and just reconvene tomorrow.
I mean, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, patches.
Oh. Patch?
Patches. Patch.
You hear a tapping on the door.
Is that you, Patch?
Yes, yes, it is.
Could you fetch my brother's finest elven wine, please?
Why?
Not
I
again.
suppose I could.
Uh,
One or
and
two
some-
bottles.
4,
That's
2 is fine.
3,
2 is fine.
at least 5.
Okay, enemy, it is extremely rare wine. He may only have 2 bottles.
Oh. Make
Um,
it 7.
3 bottles it is.
Okay.
Yay!
well, also some snacks as well.
Snacks as well.
I want a
Well,
cheese board, please.
And you don't hear footsteps leaving or anything. You just the voice stops speaking to you.
Thanks, Patch. I like Patch. I want a patch.
I mean, it's just an, I assume, kind of an unseen servant.
It's very fair. Well,
I also
first,
figure if we are going to try and relax tonight, we are really going to need something quite strong and tasty.
Yeah, 3 bottles isn't gonna be enough.
That is not what I said. This is quite not at all what I said.
No, it's not what you said, but that's what I gathered.
Okay, well, maybe you should work on your comprehension skills.
What does that mean?
Exactly. Vocabulary as well.
Vocabulary?
Mm.
Is that a type of plant?
No.
Oh.
That wine can't get here faster.
You hear
So-
another tap on the door.
Oh God.
Who's there?
It is I.
Who's that?
Yep.
It's
It
Patch.
is I. First.
Gonna
Oh.
go open the door.
Does he have something in his mouth?
Could you open the door, please?
Yeah.
I'll go open it.
Rex, can you roll a survival check for me?
Oh, for God's sake. Alright, 1 second.
Die. We're about to get attacked right now.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since we've done a fight.
You step back for a moment because you see something familiar to yourself from your homeland. You see before you sits a very large gray lion type creature
Kitty.
with a large salt and pepper mane and what appears to be a bag clutched between his jaws.
Didn't expect to see one of these here.
Kitty.
He has just different speckles of different silver colors going throughout his body and what appears to be an eye patch.
The name fits now.
Uh-huh.
I like, kind of like, not like scared, but just like cautiously grabbed the bag from his mouth.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks.
In that container, we have several selections of cheeses, different crackers, and 3 bottles of our finest wine.
Thank you.
Of course. Is there anything else anyone might be needing? And Yeah, you just see a talking lion before you at this point.
Does he like
Standing-
walk on all fours?
He is at the moment on his haunches, just sitting on the floor before the door.
I want to give him a hug.
You run over to the doorway and do so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, kitty.
this is quite peculiar.
Do you have any itchy spots?
No, not at the moment. I'm quite
What
well
about
groomed.
here?
Thank you very much. Oh, well.
I start itching
Hold
behind
on
his
one
ear.
moment.
Oh, God, not this again, not this again.
All
The
kitties
scooter.
love ear scritches.
I suppose so, but I am a dignified member of the academy.
Oh, what is? I don't know. It's okay.
Can we get one?
Sorry, I'm a bit dumbfounded to see. No offense, one of your type here.
Oh, yes, it's quite peculiar. You see, I have quite a curse or enchantment placed upon myself, and I now speak. Much like
Yeah, I
you do.
noticed that. I did notice that. Most of your kind don't speak, let alone any. So
Yes. I have much farther intelligence above them. Much intelligence past the point of many humans instead. Or so I'm told. My test scores have surpassed many at the academy. Then again,
This
someone
land-
did have to
land
write
is just
the answers
weird,
for
weird.
me. So, there's that.
talking plants.
Can I see your toe beans?
I suppose they are bean-like in nature, but he puts his paw up.
I want to press on his toe beans to see if his claws like.
Oh my
This
god.
giant hook.
And yeah, as you do, just what appears to be an inch and a half of claw comes out. It's quite invasive.
You have nice toe beans.
Thank you.
You're a good
Anemone, leave the
kitty.
poor guy alone.
Is a lion. Him is a kitty. I give him one final like scritch behind the ear, and then I run back over to Iggy.
Will you be needing anything else?
Don't believe so. I think we're good.
Well, have a pleasant evening then, all of you.
You too.
I just like don't even say bye. I just close the door.
I just
very
pet a
confused.
lion. I like him.
Well, that was weird.
I like him. I want one.
You didn't imagine.
What is wrong with this land? I've eaten many of them.
Oh.
That was just weird. I don't know how I feel about that.
At this point, I don't even question anything. I just assume if something weird's happening, it's normal here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is quite not uncommon, I suppose, for Elgin to have servants. They come in all shapes and sizes.
I'm just saying, I usually
Invisibilities.
hear roars, not someone chatting to me. Yeah.
What is
Don't
a
mind me.
roar-
It's
what-
just
Shall we snack and drink? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, let's just do that.
yeah, I could use a drink after this whole day.
You guys break into the food. Seems to be quite delicious to many of your tastes. However, no meat variety is upon the offering.
Yeah,
The
I know.
wine,
I'm only drinking
however,
the wine.
is quite to your taste, Rex. And after, enjoying the snacks and the wines, perhaps a few more snacks and wines are brought to you, of somewhat lesser variety, but plentiful nonetheless.
It's not
And-
impossible to get meat if you want, Rex. Just saying.
Fine, I'd rather have the wine right now.
That's it, fair.
And eventually your exhaustion begins to catch up with you.
I think I'm tired.
We should probably get to bed soon.
Yep.
Yes, a lot of you should get your rest. It will
I
be a
guess
long
we
day.
can go to the other room, Lick.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't mind if you guys want to have a room
I
to
was
yourself.
kind of hoping to maybe sleep under the stars. So if you guys would like to shack up in your respective manners, feel free.
If you're sure.
Okay.
It's up to you. before
fine.
you, if you really are planning to leave, Milo,
Mhm.
before you go, did you remember to contact Giovanni when we arrived here to let him know what was going on?
I have not. In which case, here, you just. Was this going to be an issue? Hold on. Let's see if I can. I don't know. Flick in a magical quill and hand it to Iggy along with the scroll of SMS. The scroll of iMessage.
Mhm.
We'll call that S message.
And it's closer to AIM, really, at this point. Hasn't developed that far, but...
Yeah, there's no red receipts. We can't tell when you read it.
It has that AOL sound every time someone responds.
Yeah.
The
So
MS
SMS does work.
It goes-
Scroll messaging system could work.
Every time Giovanni closes a scroll, it makes a door closing sound.
It does one of those like really strange like little message like doo-doo.
Yeah. Windows 7 sound effect. Bodonk.
It is really straight simple. You just open the scroll. You can use this quill for now. It will disappear in some time. And
Okay.
then all you have to do is just write your message and then hope he sees.
Understood.
He's usually pretty good about checking his scroll of SMS pretty frequently, so.
That is fair.
Well, I will see all of you in the morning. I guess whoever wants to bunk with me in, the other room. It's right across the hall. Anyone except for
It just
Rex.
goes over and hugs an enemy. It's good.
You really act like I
Okay,
wanted
see
to
you in the
join
morning.
you.
Fine, I'll see you in the morning. Anemone skips off.
All right. Anyone else doing anything before bed?
I'll
I
probably
suppose
go.
I'll write my letter.
I'll talk to Milo, but I don't know how long a conversation that will be, so if anyone wants to do anything else, I don't mind waiting.
I'm going to bed.
Milo, you
I'll
know
just
that
write my letter.
down the end of the hall
Yeah.
before, or
Mhm.
rather past the rooms that you were led to, there did seem to be some sort of balcony.
Yeah,
leaning
that's
over
where
the
I
edge of the
was
tower.
That's where I'll head.
All right.
I'll slip out of the room as sort of silently as I can while they're deciding where to head.
Wick, do
Stay
you
for the
attempt
night.
to follow him, or?
Yeah, I'll wait a second and then I'll follow. So I was trying to find something. I thought I wrote something down, but I guess I didn't. I'll follow after like a little bit.
All right, Milo, you
Expanding.
walk down the hallway. At this point, it's definitely nighttime. It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But as you reach the edge of the balcony, you see a familiar sight. A large, snow-topped mountain, looming, taller than what appears to be even the tree Sakura herself. And beneath it, a section of what appears to be geysers and geothermal vents. A small little hedged-in village in the distance that you recognize as home. You can see it right from this balcony. Seems quiet. Quieter than last you saw it, even.
I'll take off my coat and put it on the nearby bench. This balcony. There's one. Or like hang it over the edge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a bench on either side.
Let my hair down as well. And I will just watch the night sky. And swirl around the little bit of what was remaining of elven wine.
At that moment, you can hear someone approaching from behind you.
If you have come to have a conversation, we can, but it will have a minor request.
Hmm.
If it is going to be the last time before this big trial that we speak, then I would like to give you one final pop quiz.
Oh.
I just would like to have the conversation in my native tongue, really. And we'll see how well you're able to keep up. I think you'll be
Okay.
fine, though. I am. I'm sorry. I tried to explain, but it was hard with everything that was happening. There was the issues with Myrtle, and I'm glad that Anemone at least got to reconnect with her mother, even if it was in the worst ways possible. At least she was able to move on from that. Or at least hopefully she will. She lives a long time, so plenty of time for that recovery. And it seems like Iggy has been a really good influence on her as well, which is good to see. And then we had the issues with Baobab that we also solved at the same time, which is important, of course. And from there, we went to Sequoia, and a lot of difficult things started to happen. Rex was finally coming out of his shell, explaining things. By the way, just so you're aware for the future, in case you're around elves, we're still aware of our surroundings when we're in trance. But the music box was really pretty.
I agree.
I am. I am glad that at least we've gotten this far.
I don't want to accept all of this. I don't accept all of it.
And that is completely fine. That is how you feel, no? If that is how you feel, then who am I to tell you to feel some other way?
But how do you feel about it? Because you seem pretty accepting of it.
Scared. I have been able to, on many occasions during our travels, come up with a solution to a problem. Whether it was for you, or for Rex, or for Iggy, or for Anemone, I was able to find some way to solve the issue, thanks to you guys. And yet the only person's problem I could not solve was my own.
Maybe you weren't the one that's meant to solve it.
That is possible. I mean, it is not a set in stone thing what is going to happen. The thing is, I also don't want you guys to think negatively of my brother. He wasn't always like this. He was kind and caring. He would stand up for me when I'd be scolded. He was, for all intents and purposes, the kind of older brother you would want. And that's why he's the one who offered to let me do the experiment. I should never have said yes and accepted it. But I did because I was so excited. I could be useful to him and my parents and the others. What if I could truly change the nature of people's spells? Nature spells, magic, fire, ice. The elements are bendable. The kinds of things we could achieve. Titan's Watch would never have to worry ever again. Because, well, you could do anything. But, I mean, this is where I am, so. It was a failed experiment, it backfired, and, well, I nearly killed him. Instead, I scrambled his entire arcane existence. I mean, you've seen it yourself, haven't you?
I have.
He may not be dead, but I killed my brother.
Milo, no. You didn't. At the baseline of it all, he offered. And I know that's not arguable or that's withheld in court or whatever, but you had a dream and your brother wanted to help and he offered, and yes, it backfired, but
Do you understand now why, though? I always use myself for the experiments. Which is fine, because it worked out, and I'm able to control all of them. As long as I have an understanding of the nature of it, I can bend and change at will. And I can prove that to them. I can prove to them it's possible. And maybe that'll sway their hearts. Maybe they'll believe that I can fix him. And maybe he'll believe in me again. It was him that wanted to put me away for thousands of years. It was only because my father had more power in the hierarchy that I was exiled. It wouldn't be crazy to say that I'll see them there, but I haven't heard from them since I left. So. I am upset, though, that this has gotten in the way of your duties. I mean, you're all fine members of Titan's Watch, and you have a whole other group of misfits you need to kick ass. And here we are. But, I mean, if you can fix Sakura while you're here, it's 1+ for you guys. And Sequoia, where you're almost done.
What do you think the elders would want more?
In terms of between what?
Your incarceration or that of the one who destroyed the tree?
The second, most definitely. That is a much farther worse crime than that did. The thing that I fear is I may already know the person who did it. Just think about the way he explained things.
Who?
My brother. He can't control himself when those bands are off. Fire was his affinity. When the room exploded, it was fire. It's not impossible to say that he lost control and he doesn't even remember it. It's not 100%. I'd say honestly the theory is only about 60%. But even still, I would rather him not be incarcerated for it, as you put it. He's already been through enough.
Yeah.
I know I did not burn the tree, by the way. I could not have. I was gone for 80 years.
Yeah. The timeline doesn't match up.
Mm-hmm. Plus, fire is not my affinity. Ice is.
Yeah.
My fire couldn't burn the tree.
So, I have thousands, maybe not thousands, at least a dozen plans running rampant. But at the same time, I feel like whatever I do is just gonna mess it up. So, what do you need me to do tomorrow? It can be anything.
Well, I mean, if I give the signal, we're fighting our way out, but I think it's gonna be just letting things play out, and then convincing as many of them as I can. All I need is the majority, I hope. I hope it's not unanimous here. I'm just aiming for the majority. To at least give me amnesty. Maybe exile, but not Sakura only. With the rest of Agarica, I'm allowed to be in. Maybe they'll let me stay. Who knows? Maybe I'll be absolved of all crimes. I don't want the alternative. It's just hard to find another solution right now. That makes sense, at least. But it's getting late. You really should get some rest. It's going to be a really stressful day.
I agree. But you have to remember my choices.
What are your choices?
My choices are go and third wheel and potentially bad word block, COCK block, or I go and share a room with someone that I'm not entirely happy with right now.
For
Maybe 'cause it-
context, Anemone went to bed alone. But
She's waiting to see who comes to her room, though.
yeah, but Iggy and her hugged, and he said, "I'll see you later. I think I'll see you tomorrow before you left."
Yes.
So
Got you.
I think Wick would know that she's alone in there, but up to you how you want to play it out.
I mean, Anemone could use the company, or you could use this as an opportunity to maybe reconcile with someone who's important to you. Wick,
I don't know.
I have lived many years,
Oh,
significantly more than you. And while a decade may be a drop in the bucket compared to you guys, I still understand that your lives are significantly shorter. Anger and frustration is an emotion that should be resolved instead of held on to. Because every day that you end up being angry at someone is another day that you can't be happy with them. And if they're your friend, then why would you want to be angry at them? Also, I may have a brother, but I have never felt more like a head of family than with you and the others. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I lie about many things, but at least that one's not one of them. Well, it is decision time. I think I'm going to spend a couple more hours out here.
I'll leave you to your thoughts.
Thank you.
And I leave.
You leave the area and I assume go back to the room that Anemone went to.
Yes. I'll go to Anemone's room.
You find her already asleep. And the night passes. Morning
I will
comes.
cuddle her. I'll big spoon.
Oh, Iggy. I knew you'd come eventually. Oh, hi, Wick. Honestly, cuddles at all. I'm happy.
I got you. Don't worry.
Okay, covered.
What'd you say, Kano?
Oh, I just said she's got it covered. That's all.
Oh, you cut out, and I was like, what?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Cuddles.
All right. So some time passes. Milo, you're able to meditate on that balcony. Rex, you catch up on some Z's that you were missing out on.
Congratulations, bud.
Yeah, I got sleep. Who would have
So
thought?
I'll see.
And as the day comes, these rooms become quite bright. The windows are large, and there's many reflective surfaces.
Start hissing at the windows.
Day has hit you like a wall.
Gotta be curtains in this room.
The curtains are bright yellow and let a surprising amount of sunlight
No.
The fashion curtains.
I grab my robes and I put
Those
them on.
darn summer eldrins.
And I put the
in.
hood
Morning
up and I
birds,
go
every last one of them.
crawl back into the bed with the hood up so I don't have the sun on me.
Oh, it's the cheeriest morning I've had since being in Agarica. Oh, I love the sunlight.
Yeah, good for you.
Refreshing.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
we
sure it
fair.
is.
This is probably the most normal place out of all of the trees.
Wait, Milo, when did you get in here? Weren't you on the balcony?
Yes, I was waiting outside the room. It's when I heard everyone awake. I just sort
Sure,
of
he
walked
loved
in.
watching us sleep.
No, I was just sitting outside the doorway. I would have gone to make tea, but where?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's very fair. Well, we should probably check on the ladies. I did write to Giovanni last night, and I have an interesting piece of information that may even add more credence to what we should be doing while we're here in Sakura before you go on your lovely meeting with the council with you.
Yeah, well, let's gather the others and we can hear what you have to say.
Remini's still passed out in bed. Limbs flailing.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
She's literally like this in bed.
Probably like on top of Wick. Yeah, just like laying over top of her. Wick's probably like, help me.
I think Wick is still sleeping. They didn't
Okay.
get much sleep.
I'm
today.
gonna.
True, yeah.
I'm gonna knock on that door.
Anemone doesn't wake up.
Got 5 seconds to say something, or I'm coming in.
What do you want?
For you guys to get up.
But if I don't wake up, then the day doesn't begin, and that means
I open the
Milo
door.
will stay. No, I had
You feel the
foolproof
sunlight from the
logic.
hallway enter into the room
Yeah,
too, from
yeah, and
both
then-
outside and inside the hallway.
I use Anemone's hair to cover.
I was just gonna say, Anemone's hair is probably like she's using it as an eye mask, and then the rest of it is like over top of Wick, so they can't even see the sun.
I'm starting to hate this land more and more with every passing day.
Are you like used to fire though?
Yeah, that's fire, not being
It's
blinded
right.
first thing in the morning.
What is sunlight
up.
but the ultimate fire?
I don't want to get up. I have a foolproof logic, and no one can question me on it.
Like, if
Patience
an enemy doesn't
walks
wake
in.
up, I'm gonna pull out the
He goes up to an enemy and he just
secret
whispers,
weapon.
An enemy. It's
I'm gonna take that
morning.
away from you if you don't use it correctly.
An enemy.
This is a good way to use it.
Good morning.
Oh, Iggy.
Oh, she's
Oh.
awake.
I'm up. I'm up.
All right, cool.
What
Everyone get up.
happened? Don't push me. Oh, Iggy.
Yes. Hello. It's morning.
Oh. I couldn't tell by the giant ray of sunlight peeking in. Oh my god.
I think it's quite nice.
It's nice when you're ready for it.
You will never be ready for it in this tower. I'll be honest.
Noticing.
I've dealt with worse.
Is it very sunny in Alter? Where you're from?
Not really.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected, frankly.
We just have a lot of lights. Because, since there's not I mean, we have the plains, which are pretty normal, and then you have, the cavern systems and all that, but again, it's Altera. It's pretty standard. We just, when you gotta see, you gotta see.
Villages and that.
I'd say so. We don't have a lot of. It's not, well, too many cities. It's not as wild as Agarica, but I wouldn't call it not industrial.
It's a nice
But we
place,
have a few
honestly.
places.
I want to visit.
I'm sure you will. We have to go there eventually, check on the Titans. So, at that point, I can
Yeah.
introduce you to my family. And
Oh,
Everything will be fine then. But that's still
Don't
quite a
remind
ways from
me.
away because we have to go. We have to finish here. Then we have to go to Infernum's Rest, and then we can talk about going to Altera.
We could skip Infernum's Rest, you know.
I'd say it's a little early to meet your family, but I guess you already met my mom, so
That's fair. And
she wasn't
thankfully,
very nice.
Hopefully, we won't meet her again.
I mean, we'll see. I'd still kind of like to go to my village before we leave, but
Not a bad idea. If I meet your father, I can punch him for you.
yeah, I don't know if you want to meet my father. He's let's just say he probably won't approve of our relationship.
Well, that's okay. He doesn't have to. We're not really talking with them anyway, so.
Exactly. That's my thought. Exactly.
All right. Well, now that everyone's up, we don't really have a place to go. So I guess I'll just say it here. I wrote to Giovanni last night.
Oh.
Gave him context to what we're doing right now, what's happened, and I still had an unfinished question that I didn't get a chance to ask to our dear Wanti Chancellor. And well, I asked specifically if any of the Titans Watch teams had ever reported any issues with Sequoia, and he said that the last 10 reports from teams had indicated that Sequoia was the healthiest of the trees. Completely.
That's interesting because they're doing a bad job.
Precisely, which does bring a lot of concerns to me about how effectively Titan's Watch has been doing its job here in this land.
Well, there's also the problem with Cameo, and let's be real, how the heck does that happen at the under the Watch, Titan's Watch?
Well, I mean, we do have limited resources overall. We're not exactly the biggest sect in, the world, but
Didn't notice.
I imagine Cameo stepped in when another team wasn't there, and obviously when my team attempted to go, we were caught and brought into his fold as compared to actually taking care of the problem there, so... Unfortunately, I don't really know much more than that. He hasn't responded to my later missive. He may have gone to bed, which is fair. But anyway, I want to let you all know, because I have a strong feeling that dealing with these issues is going to be a very big problem. We may not have all the information that we need to do our job effectively.
Well, that is quite the
You may
bombshell.
not?
Yes, that we may not have the amount of information we need to do our job effectively.
Oh, sorry.
Well, makes sense. According to Titans Watch, everything's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
according to Titan's Watch, Sequoia was never a illusion, so it seems like they are dropping the ball.
Exactly.
Maybe they got paid off by you know who.
It is possible that Sensu told them that everything was okay, and that they were told to tell the Titans Watch that everything was okay.
Yeah.
It is possible, but I really... No offense to any of you, but I'm sure there's been teams at least as capable, if not more capable than our team, that have come before us in the last 10 instances. So I'm quite surprised to find out that there has been no report indicating the true issues that are happening to the trees.
Well, it's probably a bridge that we're gonna need to cross on a different day because we got a lot to do today.
We do.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure you all knew because, again, our focus is to deal with Milo. But if we are to consider this other route of trying to find out who actually did this to the tree, I have a very strong feeling that we're going to be on our own in terms of investigating the issue.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
So, are we going to go and do we have a plan of how we want to investigate the tree? Is that the route we want to take to try and get Milo's name cleared?
I mean, solving the problem of the trees is our job, no?
Correct.
It's true.
seems like the best course of action.
Okay.
I'm confused. So, today, until the meeting, we're going to spend our time trying to figure out what the heck is going on with Sequoia, or are you using that as leverage to get Milo out of this thing to continue to help us?
I think he was talking about the Sakura tree.
Yeah, we had
Yes.
the plan originally of, or Milo had suggested that if we find out who did the deed to Sakura, we could then use that as leverage to say Milo has done a good deed. You shouldn't exile him anymore because we've now done something equally valuable. And then he also has the idea of obviously trying to,
Actually, it's
say that his
I thought
brother
you said
is okay.
Sequoia.
more like if I have the blessing of Mother Sakura's, and who was there to argue? If the tree has given me amnesty, per se, then they cannot
Then
argue.
you can't be touched.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
That's very fair.
So I was hoping to speak with the tree before the trial.
Well, let's go talk to the tree then. Should we get breakfast before or after?
Before?
Yeah, you know what? I'm quite hungry.
As my
I'm
stomach growls.
starving.
Well, there's a nice breakfast place down the road from here.
Let's go.
They also do brunch.
Oh, I love a brunch. You can get mozzarella sticks and pancakes.
Brunch.
Can we all chant brunch on the way out of
Brunch, brunch.
As you're making
then
your
Rex
way
is just
down
like,
the tower,
"Bacon,
shouting brunch.
bacon."
Yeah, literally.
Bacon.
Sausages.
You see Aris standing in front of a very large door, seeming to cast some sort of spell on it.
Oh no, not him. He's gonna ruin our plans.
I mean, not necessarily.
Good morning. How have you slept, princess? Huh? You slept well?
It's hard to say.
That is
As good as can be expected.
Okay, that is understandable. So, I figure since I am here, and it is probably the last time I will get a chance to, I was hoping to go talk to the mother tree.
Is that your plan
What is
here?
it? It's my only wish right now.
Sure. I was wondering if we could speak on how you wish to exonerate yourself.
Well, my plan to. Wait, why would you care about me exonerating myself?
I'm curious. I will have things to say.
Insight.
Go ahead. Insight
Alright,
check.
can't wait for Wick to roll a 1.
Yep.
This is the one time you should roll well on this insight.
The RNG dice gods, give me the power. Please.
Now that you've asked for it, they're not going to give it.
Yeah.
You don't trust this guy. He's stinky.
He is stinky. Need to make goggles with advantage on insight instead of perception.
Sorry.
Maybe, who knows, maybe she'll be encouraged to do so after the many times when she's like, this guy is very strange. We're like, Wick, we think you got a problem. You got a little too many theories going on here, Wick. I think you need to...
She's on your board 3 times. Why don't the strings just all lead to him? I ran out of string.
They're literally in different places too. It doesn't ever go back to the same exact one. It's like him over here.
All of it. It all leads to him.
Exactly. It's like, maybe there's triplets of him. That's why he's in 3 places at one time.
It's like, no, Wick, you just misplaced the red string a couple times.
We forgot to carry the 1.
Yeah.
I mean, my plan to exonerate myself is my plan to exonerate myself. It starts with me going to see the mother tree.
Very well. I would not want to say anything contradictive, but I suppose it will go as it goes.
I mean, it is not like I can go anywhere, huh? There's no teleporting out of the city. There is no, especially if you're there.
You do not have
Oh.
the demeanor to run away, so
I do not plan to run away, so you are correct.
it did not seem so. Best of luck.
Yes, and
As a fair warning to, if you plan on speaking to Sakura, it has not been the same,
since the burning,
indeed. Very protective of itself.
understood.
Closed. Worried.
I always was quite a fan of Sakura, and I thought we always got along. So hopefully, she will talk to me again.
I will see you soon.
As will I.
As he finishes casting the enchantment over the door, begins to walk past you. And down the hallway he goes.
So we can still get breakfast?
Of course, we can still get breakfast.
Okay.
Is the door open?
Seems to be shut, locked.
I try and
This
unlock
door's
it.
locked. You can. What is your means of unlocking this locked door?
What is it?
She just turns the knob and then goes.
Yeah.
No, is it? Is
Like,
it
you know, like
the-
how a lock
is
is
it
in the
door
inside of
leading
a
to
door?
outside?
No, this is just a separate door that he was just standing
Oh,
for.
I thought he was casting some magic.
Looks
on
like
the
this is how we
outside.
get out. This is
I
how we
was
get
like-
out, right?
I also thought it was the exit door.
It's
That's
okay,
why I was
yeah, I was under the
Unlock
impression
it
too.
from the
Yeah.
inside, because
The
that's
exit
where it
door
locks.
is the exit door is the big one. The big one is
And Milo's just
I-
like, "What are you guys doing? Why
I
are you
have-
breaking
We
into
are
his
literally
bedroom?"
like halfway down the towers. There was like 8
I have
flights
thieves'
more.
tools. I have thieves' tools.
That is to his bedchambers,
It is a mysterious door you just locked. You know, it could have goodies in there.
possibly.
I just want
Can
breakfast.
I try and
man.
unlock it?
Yeah, you can.
It has the secrets of
I
everything.
just click the thieves' tools thing.
Where's
Sure.
your
The Aris
I
is
have
secretly a
proficiency.
member of the other Titans Watch party, and
Oh,
he's
that
been
didn't
working
work.
against us this entire time.
Oh no, I
This is
don't
all
have
a elaborate
proficiency.
scheme. We learned that
Don't I?
Milo's actually a triplet
have
as compared
proficiency
to a
with
twin
these
and they have a
tools? No,
sister
right?
we don't know about.
Yeah.
She's locked in this room.
There you go.
Oh.
Ooh, a 20. Alright, let me look at this
Wick
spell. he
knows
cast
what
on
they're
it.
doing.
I don't think I'm proficient with it, but if I was, it would be another 3. Don't think I am though.
The door seems to give way to your lockpick. As you begin picking it, the lock, you hear it click, as you normally would when you pick a lock. However, it still seems to be shut
Hmm.
and stopped.
Magic.
You know. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go
That's
get
all I want. I didn't want
breakfast
to go in. I just want...
with or without you guys.
Stick it to the man. No, you can't lock this door. I'm gonna unlock it. Do, 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 do.
I'm gonna unlock it and then not go in, just to show you up.
exactly what I did.
So
Even
did
if
you
it
really-
wasn't magically warded, I wouldn't have gone in. I just wanted to unlock it to be like,
Milo was sitting there like we all just watched him arcanely ward this door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you
I
can
got
need a
it.
scroll of knock. I got like
And here
a
she is.
scroll of knock to even like hope that it'll work.
wait a minute, hold on.
There's also the
Oh
option
my
of
God.
dispelling magic.
I didn't take it, but I was I was gonna cause more chaos and be like, is it metagaming if I say I took arcane lock today? Just I lock his door so he can't get in.
He changes passwords.
I don't know. I didn't take it, so I don't wanna.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
that'd be really funny.
But yes, after examining it, you realize, oh, this is probably an arcane lock.
I could have taken that today. Anyway.
So, does the brunch chant continue?
Brunch,
Mhm.
brunch,
Brunch, brunch, brunch.
Brunch.
Eventually, you make your way out of the tower after what seems to be so many stairs. And
Get to the bottom, just brunch. Brunch.
Brunch.
Brunch.
Well, going down the stairs isn't so bad. If we were going up the stairs, that'd be a problem.
True.
And Emily trying not to Bambi the whole way down.
Anemone just slides down the railing.
I'm surprised she hasn't already tried to tap on Ignatius's back, and then he has to like
True.
avoid falling down the stairs as she like hops onto him midway.
Nah, she has energy.
walk
It's first
backwards.
thing in the morning.
True.
yes, you make your way out into what seems to be a big courtyard with 3 other towers reaching up at each corner of it. And appears to be a lot of elves running back and forth between the buildings. And then at the end of this courtyard is a gate. Do you assume to be the exit?
Brunch, brunch, brunch.
You brunch your way over through this gate and find yourself in the city of Sakura. While it was not as wide-spreading as Sequoia, you see what appears to be many buildings that are taller in nature, many kind of simulating the towers of the different academies, and, you know, some of them ending up being like 5-6 stories high themselves. All with, you know, decent land around them. Looks fairly sparse between the buildings, but the buildings were not as colorful as the ones you saw in Sequoia. It's all just white. Very clean. Very simple. Light-colored stone, marble, different carvings and pillars, sprawling out almost like a Roman or Greek architecture, dotted with different bits of plants and foliage from what appears to be all different kinds of seasons. There's trees barren of any leaves. Meanwhile, there's, you know, small flowers just beginning to bud, and others fully producing vegetables and fruits. As you continue through, Milo, you lead them to what appears to be a nice little breakfast nook.
And here we are. It is
Brunch, brunch, brunch.
The name is in Elvish. It is sort of roughly translated to the morning dew. It is a great place to get coffee, brunch. It also serves meat, do not worry. It is more for the visitors to Sakura than just the locals. So, shall we get some tea and breakfast?
Yeah.
It will be on me.
No.
I also want to bring something up when we sit.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Dad is angry.
Person on death row doesn't pay for their last meal.
Dad is angry.
Who is dead?
Rex, apparently.
Thought I was
Yes,
mom.
it's my father.
But yes, you're sat down.
We have breakfast.
This nice little table outside. And little scribbled menus are brought before you.
These menus are entirely in Elvish, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh yeah, figured that one.
You can see numbers next to them that you can understand. The numbers seem to translate.
1, 3, 7. I know those.
If only it only costed that much.
Oh, expensive place.
I don't know what
It's
any
okay,
of these
Rex.
foods are. I've never heard of them before.
I haven't heard of them either, but they sound pretty interesting.
What do you want?
I want pancakes, and I want a bowl of grits and sausage links and biscuits and gravy and
So,
mozzarella sticks and a large coffee and a chocolate milk.
so you want a full breakfast with pancakes, toast, and chocolate milk. Did I miss
That's
anything?
not what I said.
You want a full breakfast. You want sausage links, eggs, and
I never
grits.
said eggs. I said pancakes, grits, mozzarella sticks,
Oh,
sausage
mozzarella
links,
sticks.
I heard biscuits with gravy. I
biscuits
think.
and gravy. Hash browns or tater tots, preferably tater tots if they have them. Make sure we have ketchup, and then a large coffee and chocolate milk.
God.
That is. So
What are you guys getting?
Well, that brings the bill to just over 70 gold.
I'll pay for mine.
We can pay for our own stuff.
I just want something with meat. That's all I care about. I don't really care what it is.
You can't
They
have my
have-
sausage links.
They
You
have
want
this,
yours.
breakfast that involves eggs and a large slice of steak. It is
Can I
cooked.
just get the steak? I only want eggs.
I mean, I guess you could just get the
You
steak.
don't even
and-
like eggs?
It's okay. But I'd rather eat like, normal, like whole egg, instead of it being
You
cooked.
can ask for the eggs.
A
if you
raw
have gold.
one?
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Okay, then just ask them to leave the eggs raw.
Mm.
I'm sure you'll not be the first to ask for such a thing.
I just want to get a pain au chocolat. I would like, and a chocolat chaude. And I guess no, that wouldn't go.
I've never heard of those before.
Well, so the pain au chocolat is a croissant with chocolate.
And why don't they just call it a croissant with chocolate?
Because it's in
Elvish.
Elvish.
Oh.
And then a chocolat chaude is a hot chocolate.
I'll get a chocolate burger too.
You want a
That
hot
is-
chocolate or do you want a chocolate milk?
I would
No,
never
I want
suggest that
chocolate
to
milk,
again.
but I want a chocolate croissant.
Oh, pain au chocolat.
Pan au chocolate.
Pain au chocolat.
Pan.
Oh,
Chop. Chocolate.
Oh,
pan.
Pan.
Oh,
Never
Ow.
gonna get my order.
chocolat.
Chocolat.
There you go. Pain au chocolat.
Pan au chocolat. Chocolat.
Oui.
I'm going to be
Oui,
very
oui.
simple.
C'est coucou,
Je-
c'est poupou.
Je puis avoir pain au chocolat.
Oui.
Et
Oh, hein,
oui, avant.
avant.
Arrête.
A lot to know about you all, but I'm gonna take the pun perdu and some bananas and some phrase.
What are you all saying?
We're reading the menu.
What the heck?
It is a brunch spot, so I will go with my favorite meal, the croque madame.
I think you all had made up a secret language and you're not telling me.
We didn't.
It was actually news to me that he also knew how to speak Elvish.
We talked about this before. Remember, I overheard your conversation.
No, I
This
mean it
isn't
was
anything
news
new.
to me, like when that happened.
It's okay. I mean, I
Right.
learned that, Milo could just speak Draconic out of nowhere yesterday. That was fun.
What do you want to talk
you
about?
never asked.
Rex?
I just shouldn't. Okay.
Listen, if you want to speak in Draconic to me, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, but we're not doing that right now.
Okay.
It's not how Draconic sounds. It's not like that either.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be able to speak Elvish, but it's funnier if I can't.
And then me like has the trauma in her back of her head where she should know it, and then she's just like, no.
No.
It's not
Learned it,
fun. Why would
never
I want to
used
learn
it.
that language? It's so boring. It's just what I knew when I grew up, man. I had to learn something new and have fun.
I had to learn that one in Seder school.
What would you like to talk about, Mr. Rex?
Well,
Yeah.
it's not a fun subject,
Oh
but
no.
it's something that's been bugging me, and I can't shake it.
The court
Keep in
is
mind.
yours.
how do we feel about Milo's brother?
What do you mean?
It's all right.
Ooh.
I feel like my opinion is a
Anemone.
bit more complex than yes or no.
He gave me a comfy place to sleep and snacks. I guess the lion brought me snacks.
Okay, actually, he did not give us snacks. He sort of just gave us free reign,
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
a bad
patches
idea.
is patches. It's just what it is.
I like the lion.
Okay.
I don't like him, but at the same time, like I feel like he's hiding like different intentions, and I don't know if they're like really bad intentions or they're like on our side intentions, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you know me, Miss Crazy, so I'm always thinking everything all the time. So I don't really know if my opinion matters either. To be fair.
Back when we
Your opinion matters, of course.
were at the tournament, I had a chance to talk very briefly with Aris, and at the time he didn't seem too terrible of an individual. He
What?
was, well, yeah, back when we were all meeting up together and had the masks on, I very briefly had a chance. He left pretty quickly after the Dragonborn who got killed.
Yeah, I don't wanna
interrupted our
remember that.
conversation.
Oh.
But he seemed to have very similar concepts about the nature of battle, and I don't know. Despite the fact that we're obviously in a situation with him, I can see where he comes from.
That's mainly why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah?
Mm.
I don't mean this in an offensive way, Milo, but I understand where your brother's coming from.
No, I
Very
completely
heavily.
understand where he's coming from as well. I am not debating that.
I know, and
He-
I'm not like against you or anything. It's just I don't know. It's just
What do you mean?
well, we both have kind of similar situations. Sense. Maimed by people we thought cared about us. Look where we are now.
I mean, the story is not quite nearly as simple as you put it.
I understand that. But I understand his reasoning as to wanting revenge. And I think that's what
He's-
bugs me.
I completely understand his reasoning, but he wants revenge for something that he agreed to.
Hmm.
Had he not agreed to it and I still did it, I could understand your point of view.
I don't know. It's just been bugging me.
If you are saying that you do not want to support me, that is fine.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean.
I'd rather you stand by your morals and your ethics than
Milo,
throws it away.
I don't want to see you go through whatever they want to put through to you.
I mean, you wouldn't, but that is fair.
That's not the point.
I get what you mean. My boss is not a bad person, and I am in
Yes.
agreement with you. He just. It was always my goal to find a way to fix what I caused. And when I did, I would return and resolve myself. But I never did fix or find a way to fix the problem before I returned. This was inevitable, regardless. And I do not expect any of you to do anything.
Well,
But I'm glad that we're at least here to share a meal together.
agreed. It's just... It makes me want to help him more. I guess. To
I understand.
fix the
I would-
issue at hand.
I would also like to help him.
Right. And I think that motivation can be good because I think, like you said already, Rex, we don't necessarily see what he's trying to do to Milo to be an actual solution to solving what he's dealing with inside.
Mm-hmm.
At least what we're doing now can hopefully prove in the eyes of Milo's brother that his brother is deserving of life and of a chance to do something better.
Yeah.
Is there any other things anyone else would like to say?
I just want to eat.
At
There
that
you go.
moment, what seems to be a abnormally chubby tabaxi comes walking out. I have many orders for all of you. Here you do, croque madame, pain au chocolat, chocolat chaud, pain verdoux, fraise, biscuits and gravy.
That's mine.
You hand you a plate of cookies with just like brown gravy dripped over them. And is
This
that
is
crepe?
quite the odd
Okay.
segue.
Crepes? You said these very flat rolled up pancakes.
Also mine. Oh.
Yes, potato. No, he hands you a plate of mashed potatoes and
Oh.
like what appears to be
thank you.
brown milk.
You forgot my sausage links.
Oh. Pulls it out of his pocket. There you go.
Oh.
I
Thank you
think,
so much.
Oh, and for you. He goes and like uncloches something. It's just like 2 steaks piled on top of each other with a raw egg on top of it. Yes, table side service. Pulls out 2 cleavers and starts chopping them up into pieces.
With the raw egg on top.
Yep.
Not the raw egg.
It begins to mix it together in like a tartare fashion.
Oh. Great.
It's like a porridge now.
Bon appetit.
It's like borderline hamburger.
Thanks.
Turn these like 2
missing
lovely
the
marbled
breadcrumb.
ribeyes into.
I know.
Delightful.
My food.
Well, this isn't what I was expecting, but the mashed potatoes are pretty good.
You know, we should have
Like-
realized that translating biscuits into what it is in French is different than what an enemy probably
No,
would.
no. I think they're on to something here. She
I
eats a
was-
biscuit or gravy covered cookie.
Sweet and savory at the same time.
I'll be honest, I was really confused what the point of biscuits and gravy was. Those 2 things did not seem to go together very well.
Well, it's supposed to be like bread and gravy, but like a biscuit, you know, like a what would you call a crumpet? Is that
A
it?
what?
A crumpet? I don't know.
Biscuit en crumpets.
What?
What is a crumpet?
Is it not a crumpet? What is it?
Well, crumpets are
Um,
English muffins, so it's similar. But
A scone, Milo.
Escargot.
A scone? Why would you put brown gravy on a scone?
I'm so sorry. Here you go. And your plate of
Sausage
snails
gravy.
instead. For your gravy.
Well,
It doesn't matter. This is fine.
also, I wasn't quite entirely positive what the term grits meant. As a,
Oh, you didn't bring me my grits.
no, I
You have
think
mashed
what,
potatoes.
I think that's the I think
Oh,
that's
is that what the mashed?
Similar,
I thought those were
yeah.
the tater tots.
Yeah, the hash browns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of just mixed the 2 together and figured it out.
Yeah.
happily,
Maybe he's like this real
American.
American that she got all this stuff from in the different lands.
Words at this French person, they were like, "Oui, oui, Sylvester at its finest."
Classic
Be our
French
guest.
cooking. Mashed
Be our
potatoes.
guest. Be our guest.
But
I'll take it.
To the test. Tie your napkin round your
Was the
neck,
sausage
carry
links
on.
literally just like a pepperoni like
Slim Jim.
sausage?
It seems to be a sausage. Not bad.
Okay.
A little under seasoned, but
My nerds are gone.
Never had my raw egg on my steak, if this is what this is now.
It looks kind of good.
Well, I usually use the raw egg as like the final thing to eat. Not
Oh,
the
like the
not-
dessert.
Palate cleanser.
yes. This
Well.
is something, I guess.
I mean, this is how you prepare the raw meat. No? It is in a
It's cooked
easily chewable
with raw
fashion.
egg on top, and now
Oh.
it's mixed into a bunch. It looks like mush.
It does kind of look like mush.
It's easy to scoop.
It's all going to the same place anyway.
Shakingly start to try to eat this.
All the taste, none of the texture.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Except a couple little chewy bits every now and then.
The only blessing I get from the meal.
Just pockets of gristle in there. Thank goodness.
Occasional eggshell for the crunch.
Yep. Texture. But yes, you all get your somewhat good, somewhat questionable meal. It's very elven authentic. Get a unreasonably large bill. Do you tip?
It's not.
20%.
No, you don't. Trick question. You don't tip in Agarica
Just like smack the pan
unless you
out
want to
of your
get
hand.
favors. Tabaxi comes
Smack-
back. Oh,
smack the krill out
you're
of
ready
her
for a
hand.
night out, huh?
It's funny because you guys think that I have any money to tip with. I have 5 gold pieces on me.
Bro.
You spent
Nebby
that.
has all my money, and I spent the rest of it on stuff, on like material.
Between like past however many games, there's always these times where I'm going out to get this material and this
I'm
material.
gonna get this. I'm gonna get this.
I'll give you
Silence.
this.
Actually use them.
You're out of money, but you can get this.
Yeah.
This will do good enough.
Here's a stick. Figure it out.
Hey, Wick is
Make
very
some flame.
resourceful. They'll figure it out. We
All
go
right.
to the tree.
The tree.
The
The
tree.
Tree,
You walk your way
tree,
down the paths
tree,
of the
tree.
city, and eventually you see before you, of course, the tree. But to some of you have seen this tree before, it certainly doesn't stand as you remember. Now, you expected to see the numerous burn marks stretching upwards, seeming most apparent by the root of the tree and, reaching up to afflict several of the lower branches. But above that, the rest of the tree itself, where you expected to be thousands of pink flowers, very few flowers have bloomed. For effectively a cherry blossom tree, it has more green leaves than blossoms. And looks more like green with speckles of white and pink than the tree you may remember. Around the base of it, you can see what seems to be 100 elves just in meditation.
Poor
It is-
tree.
It is hard to look at, no? One so beautiful.
Kind of weird. No offense.
Well, it got
You keep
burned.
saying no offense after you've said the offensive thing.
I'm just saying it's just out of my realm. So it's new.
Have you tried worshipping, or not worshipping, but meditating in front of the tree?
No.
Well, I don't know, give it a shot, no? I'm going to. I need to talk to the tree anyways.
Fine.
You approach the tree. Do you pass the ring of circling elves or try to find a place among them?
I find a
don't know.
place that's a little bit more. What is it?
Secluded.
Secluded. Thank you.
I'll
Alright.
go with Milo, I guess. I'd rather not.
yeah, you
just...
can be like,
To be honest, I think, because I'll go with them as well. So I imagine we might all be following Milo.
Yeah.
I'm leading the way. This is where I used to meditate and speak with the tree when I was younger. It was almost always when I got in trouble and I had to repent. But we usually just had fun conversations. I imagine things have changed.
It gives me memories with Father Romero when he used to scold me. And I'd have to be forced to pray for a little while.
Yes, I can see the similarities there, yeah. Well, give me one moment and I'm going to I'll ritual cast a Tensor's floating disc in like the shape of a small floating carpet. And I'll climb onto it, and then I'll
Magic carpet ride secured.
Yep, I'm gonna sit down on the disc, and I'll close my eyes, and I will try and reach out my consciousness to the tree.
All right. Is anyone else doing anything similar?
Ignatius is gonna try and sense the tree on the ground like he did in Sequoia, in a similar fashion.
I'll just be on my knees in normal prayer position, but attempting to meditate instead of pray.
All right. Those who are trying to reach out to the tree, give me either nature or religion check. The two kind of go hand in hand in this scenario.
Anemone's just keeping a watch.
When the priest has no religion.
You could have just rolled nature. No one would have to know.
It's just funny. Let's get it. Hey! I'll take it.
There you go. So you all listen in and try to sense what the tree is feeling, try to reach out to the tree. Ignatius, you feel kind of a general sadness, a mourning, uneasiness that quickly shifts to anger and fear. Milo, Rex, you hear a voice echoing through your head. No. No, leave! Leave! Get out! Leave! Leave! You cannot be here! And it just gets louder and more piercing, echoing into your head. You see at this point a lot of the elves who were meditating before the tree begin to look around confused.
Was that towards us, Milo?
I think so. Who are you talking to?
The same things, overwhelming feelings of hatred, pain, and just uneasiness, as just words of negativity just keep jumping out at you, broken, without meaning. Just flee, leave. Not you. And it doesn't stop.
As it's,
Hate. Go.
this is coming
Burn.
through on Milo and Rex's end, right? Ignatius just feeling feelings.
Yeah, you felt it all nice and chill at the beginning. Oh, this is... Oh my goodness. What? You just feel like you've been personally attacked.
Right. Do I remember this tree?
No, you do not.
Why? Oh, why do we have to go?
Same thing, as there seems to be no direct response to you coming out.
And I've never been here before, so why do you fear me as well?
It is more of a collective conscience currently connected to the tree. Everyone else is capable of hearing what is being said to us.
That makes
This
sense
is-
while we're being stared at.
Guys, what's going on?
I think Mother Sakura thinks I am the one who burns the tree down.
At this point, a lot of the elves who are meditating begin to stand and slowly begin to look towards the group of you.
Yeah, I'll break my connection.
A couple of them begin to walk towards, and
Guys?
We should
Then-
leave.
the one in front stops shortly after you break your connection.
Yeah, I should probably break mine as well.
He's just going to press in for a little longer. He's really curious about what's going on.
Similar emotions lash out at you.
Upon seeing no change, she pulls away too.
Yeah, people keep looking towards you and like whispering among each other.
We should probably leave.
I agree. I don't think we're gonna get answers here.
Yes. Maybe it is best if we show up early to the conference.
Sounds good. Is everything okay?
No, it doesn't seem like it is.
Yeah, I would say okay is not the word I would use. Bad, very bad. Extremely, extremely bad.
So you connected to the tree, and what did it say? It
It
thought
yelled-
you.
It yelled at me to get away. To go. To
But
leave.
wait. Did all of you hear the same thing?
I
didn't
heard
hear
it as
anything,
well.
But I made a connection with the tree, at least. It was different than, obviously, what we felt in Sequoia. There was actually something there.
So it's not like it's singling you out, Milo. It's just scared of something.
Well, considering the only person who has visited the tree before, I do believe is me. That,
Well, there's a big crowd here. Maybe the person who did what they did to the tree is in the crowd.
It's a good possibility.
It is not. It is weird coincidence though. If I have not visited in many years, the person who my brother thinks burned the tree down was me, and also it seems the tree believes it was me.
I guess so. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but
I promise you, it was not me. I have great respect for the tree.
I don't think we have any reason
we
to doubt
trust you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, like you said, you haven't been here in a long time, so. I guess, you're right. Let's head back to the conference and maybe we can come back to the tree later.
I guess so.
Yeah.
And with that, you leave. You make your way back through the town. And I assume you return to the academy you were at previously?
Mm-hmm.
Or Milo, would you know of where to go, perhaps?
I mean, I would probably know where to go.
All right.
Having been there a couple times in the past.
You make your way to the Elven Fantasy Courthouse. And
Yeah. The Supreme Court of Sakura.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we got to hear from the Oratrice Mechanique Denali's Cardinal.
Oh my gosh.
And you arrive there, what seems to be very large white pillars, kind of what you would expect almost a modern courthouse to look like, but with very tall domed roof and what appears to be 2 guards in silvered white armor standing out in front of it.
Barry, is that you?
What did you say?
I said, Barry, is that you?
Neither of them respond.
Man, this joke doesn't work anymore. I am here for my trial. Melodius of Zorith, also known as Melodius Nalworn, or just as Milo. Brought here under the his arrest of Aris.
One taps his spear on the ground. You may go inside.
Okay. We will go then.
Are these companions bearing testimony?
Yes.
They may join as well.
What is bearing testimony?
This means you're going to testify in my defense.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
What does testify mean? Do I have to
Means
take a
you're-
test?
No. It just
Oh.
means they're going to ask you a question.
Oh,
To
I'm good at
determine-
asking questions.
No. You're going to be asked the questions.
Oh, I'm good at answering questions.
Okay, so we don't put you on the stand unless they absolutely demand it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so screwed.
It's like,
You
so
enter
we're
to
not
see
putting her over there.
a large, pillared room, round with a mirrored floor. The only person in the room at the moment seems to be your brother, sitting at a bench, appearing to be reading a book of some kind.
He got here even earlier.
I'm gonna
He's
leave
been
so
waiting
many
for
scratch
this-
marks on these mirrors by accident.
Yeah. You imagine he has been waiting for this day for quite some time.
It appears you have arrived earlier than I expected.
Well, it seems the tree did not want to speak to me.
They do not want to speak to many.
Yeah, it seems like that is how it goes. It is hard to see.
Many of our kind try to give as much support as they wish, but the only clear path we get is to kill the white beetle. The one who burned down the tree.
Yeah.
So, words of hatred do not go far.
Okay.
Do you have a plan?
Do I have a plan? Yes.
I
Yes,
intend to
have a-
speak honestly of my condition,
Of course.
how difficult it is to deal with it, and they will speak. From what I hear, they do not like people breaking the exile, as you assume.
Of course. I mean, it is. Yeah, it is not something they are fond of.
I suppose we will do what we can.
Okay.
If things do begin to go poorly, what is a least bad option for you?
In terms of.
If you cannot get what you want, if I could help you,
Frankly, anything but 1,000 years of torment.
noted. If I begin to speak of an alternative option, it means you have lost, and you should trust me.
I see.
Until then, your
Well?
fate is in your own hands.
I have the plan to hopefully get exactly what I need.
Best of luck to you, then. Shall we go?
Yes, let us begin.
The arbiter is waiting. And you make your way down what seems to be an uncomfortably long hall. As you walk down this hall, you can see what appears to be on either side of you just other elves kind of standing there in these small little areas where they have little desks they can write at, little trays of food. But as you look closer to them, they seem as if they have not gotten a blink of rest in many years. You can see what may become of you if you are removed from the trance. Of course, some are located elsewhere, but many remain here, just to live out the rest of their life in remote solitude and restless nights. Restless days, even. But at the end of this hall, gateway opens to what appears to be another rounded room, with many empty chairs formed in a crescent around the upper level. What appears to be somewhere between 50 to 100 chairs. Mostly empty. Save for about a dozen really old-looking elves kind of sitting around the front row. And in the center of this room, also with a mirrored floor, you can see what appears to be one tall elf, completely bald, with deep wrinkles cutting across his face, wearing a cloak that's partially white cloth, but also partially bits of silver and what you believe to be mithril coming out from it. And as you all enter, the gate shuts behind you. And I think that's where we're going to end the session today.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Time on Dice and Fire. Phoenix Wright.
Oh my god.
Objection!
Objection!
Court is now in session.
Yep.
Sure is.
Can't wait till they tell Milo he's going to be flayed.
Stop.
Clay.
Weren't expecting that one, were you?
Elves.
Milo, we
Well,
shall
that-
strip you of all magic and you become a peasant.
No.
The ultimate.
Force you to
You
work.
you can never speak Elvish again. You must only speak
Draconic.
in common. Only Rex can hear him.
Only I can understand you now.
Somebody who can understand.
I got you. I got you, homie.
Oh, this kind of episode is like fun and annoying at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like,
Just
oh,
a
it's
lot
building,
of setup.
waiting for the shoe to drop.
Yep.
Oh man. And I'm like, do I start dropping shoes here? It's like, no, they're not ready. They're not ready.
Yeah.
But we got a fun little trial, little hearing to be had at the beginning of next episode, which I believe will be happening next week.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to have session on Black Friday?
Oh,
So I don't have
should
any
be
plans
fine.
myself, so I'll be fine.
I thought it was
Thanksgiving on-
today.
nope.
The
Black
Thanksgiving is next
Friday?
week.
Look,
Yeah.
I understand
No.
you're Canadian, but it's just not. It's not today. There's a whole nother week. It's the middle of
Ah.
November right now.
But isn't your Thanksgiving next Friday?
No, it's
Yeah.
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday is Thanksgiving,
Thursday,
and then Black
and
Friday
then
is the
Black
day after. Yeah.
Oh. So what you're saying is I shouldn't order the stuff I have in my Amazon cart right now. I should wait till
Probably not.
Probably hold off.
I mean, to be
And there's
fair, the
Cyber
prices on there are
Monday.
just an illusion anyway. So I mean, they're just
They,
gonna,
I love and hate Amazon because anytime there is a big
Yeah.
sale, they always jack up the prices.
the original price is just going
then,
to become
yeah.
higher, so the deal looks like it's better.
So just
and the
make sure
price
you
is
have
realistic.
honey and can look at the past few months and make sure it's actually a good deal.
They do that at Canadian Tire. It's so fun.
Yeah, the concept of
I don't work for them
discount
anymore, so
marketing
dang
is
it.
effective, to say the least. So,
Yeah.
so get things how you value them, not how where someone else tells you their value is.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I suppose that sounds like next week we should be good. We might do some Black Friday stuff, but it'll probably be earlier in the day if we do so.
Yeah. Agreed. So.
Hopefully we
Okay.
won't all be in food comas.
Well,
I
I'll be-
won't.
I
Nope.
cannot promise you that.
Good stuff. Anyone have anything else to say or to plug before we get out of here?
I have to poop.
Oh.
Me too.
Kano and I do
Good
a
plug.
podcast every Wednesday. We are doing the last episode of the season until our Christmas episode, or last episode of the year until our
Mm-hmm.
Christmas episode comes
So
out.
the second to last episode of the year.
Technically,
Technically,
but
but
technically this is the last of like the season, like the third season, and then we have like a Christmas
And you got a
special.
special.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
the Christmas special's not in the season.
No.
It's its
And
own
it's not the
thing.
beginning of the next season. It's
Just
its
like how
own-
the Eden
it's just its own
SMP
thing.
special was not a part of the season.
Gotcha.
Technically, yeah. So.
Noted.
Yeah,
There
we
was
but
a
it's called
I'm
the
doing a
Grandparents
36-hour stream.
Podcast.
yeah. Ooh.
Yes, I will be joining
That'll be nice.
you for
Yes.
that on Saturday.
Yes, aka tomorrow.
Not the whole time, because I can't do the whole time.
Yeah.
We're
Come
going
on,
for 36 hours. Let's go, baby.
36.
Yeah.
Hey.
36 hours. From 12 p.m.
Ooh.
tomorrow to 12 a.m. on Sunday.
I have not done that long in a very long time.
You
I
haven't
might
even
take a nap,
streamed for
but
like
we'll see.
Well, obviously, but
a few hours for a really
I can
long
try and stay
time.
up for like at least 24 hours. I'm gonna go for it, but we'll see.
Nice.
I did a 24, and at the end of it, I was like, "Who am I?"
I did an 18-hour, and I thought I was dead.
The
So,
longest I did was like 70 something.
Jesus, like in a row?
Well, no, not staying awake for the
Okay.
whole thing, but you know,
Okay.
taking naps
Oh,
and whatever. Like
I
streaming
was
for
so
that
nervous
long.
for
But you were
I
like
was
your stream was live for 70.
Yeah,
You were
Subathon
psycho.
in April.
Crazy.
psychotic.
Yep, it do be in the name.
Jeez. Anyway,
I'd offer to join, but tomorrow I might be busy. So
We are gonna be really busy. We have garden beds to build and
Ooh.
Christmas decor to finalize, and you have a D&D stream, so
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
still want Starbucks.
true.
We got lots to do.
Sounds
All right.
fun.
But aside from all that, come back next week to watch Milo
I
be
didn't get
beheaded.
to plug what I wanted to
No.
plug.
you wanted to plug poop.
No, I wanted to plug titties.
Nice. Let's go.
Titties.
Leave it in.
Titties.
Leave it in.
Titties. Titties. Titties.
I'm gonna
Titties.
see this on
Titties.
YouTube.
Titties. Titties.
We love you.
Ow,
Bye.
titties.
Have a good night,
Ow,
guys.
titties. Titties. Ow, titties. Ow, titties. Ow, titties. Ow, titties. Ow, titty. 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 Titties. Titties. Titties.